Hey, what's going on there, everybody? I might need to change I might need to change the title. I was using this as a test, but I'm gonna go ahead on and just do a live real quick. Hope everybody having a good holiday. Happy New Year's. We one day away from the new year. So I hope if you're going out tonight, have a good safe time and everything. So I thought I would just go come on for a second. It's what 12:06 on this cold, snowy Michigan afternoon. Hope you all. I want to thank everybody who came out on my last stream. We had a good time talking about, computer prices and how things are going up. And also, I heard that Sony and Microsoft decided to delay their next generation consoles due to RAM prices. So that was a shocker too. But listen, we don't really need no newer consoles right now because I don't think the PS5 and the Series X have really even reached their stride. I mean, because a lot of the games were cross-gen games anyway. So that's good. They need to start doing that anyway moving forward. Extend the life of these consoles because the tech ain't really jumping that advanced like that, far as for gaming. You know what I'm saying? Those games look beautiful on those consoles. You know what I'm saying? Like on these PCs. You know what I'm saying? So extend them to like 9 years. Because people like, dog. I just spent $800 for this. Now in the next couple of years, I got to spend another. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know that the electronics, and stuff, technology is ever advancing. But I mean, extend these consoles out more. You know what I'm saying? Make them good and then let them extend out. You know what I'm saying? Same as with these graphics cards. You know what I'm saying? These graphics cards. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I guess they're not going to stop making them. You know what I'm saying? Because of the money. But we don't got to always, like, far as graphic cards is concerned, we ain't always got to um get the latest and greatest. Let me see. Right. I know, right? I know, right? Skulls, I know, right? Let me see. I place things in the family about is going to affect. Yep. Yeah, I know, man. It's funny, Skulls, how I'll put the link out too. I'll put the link out as well. Um I got these dual monitors now, so I'm getting used to another monitor being over here on this side. I had to get another computer, guys, because right after I did that, the computer must have got mad at me, but I've had it for years. My big one that I use for every day, not my gaming PC, but my other one. That one fried on me. Like I went to try to load up something and it went dead. It wouldn't boot up and stuff like that. So I had to rush out and get me another computer. So now I got this one. It's not as big as the one that I had, the all-in-one, but it's a little smaller. But it looks good. And I also have another monitor over here. So I got it with double monitors. It don't look all that bad. You don't look all that bad. So yeah. Let me see. I was going to get a monitor. Oh, yep, 27 inch. Yeah, yep. I think that's what this one is here, Skulls. I think that's what this one is here. Yep. So yeah, so that's what I was saying. Yeah, like so these consoles and stuff, they need to, extend them out a little bit longer anyway, because like far as AAA games, you know what I'm saying? I mean, they making little indie games and stuff, but far as major AAA games, they're not even really making the games for the PS5 because like I got a modded PS4 and I'm looking at all the games that I've played on the 4, my backlog that was already on the PS5, like Miles Morales and the Spider-Man and oh my god. I always draw a blank when I'm talking. Just a bunch of games, Lies of P, everything. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Hey, Happy New Year's Eve, Sammy. Happy New Year's, Russell. Happy New Year's Eve, guys. Smack that thumbs up, guys, on your way coming in. I'll change the title and stuff after the live. You guys see me go live. I appreciate all your support. Excuse me, guys. I'm just really not too long ago. Like I'm just sitting here in my lab here. I haven't done anything. I haven't shaved or done anything. So I'm just sitting here. Don't have no plans to go nowhere or nothing too expensive. So I just say, listen, let me just go live for a second, which the last stream for the old year. This is the last stream of 2025. So I might put that in the title. We just want to talk. I want to thank also Simi for coming on last stream, and for Paper Plate, and for Donald, and everybody that was in the chat, Skulls and everybody. Yeah, right after that stream, my big computer had crashed on me, so I had to throw that one out and I had to rush out because, see, like I said, like I got computers that I do gaming and other stuff on, but then I want this one here is for my everyday stuff, to do stuff. My wife might want to come in here and do something on a computer or something. This is for everyday stuff that I put my guest on right here. So my gaming PCs is strictly for gaming and other stuff. But I got another one nonetheless. So I appreciate I was able to grab one of those. Let me see. After seeing the OLED monitors on my laptop makes me, yeah, everybody's been talking about that, Skulls. Everybody's been talking about that. My buddy just spent, my buddy Terry, shout out to him. He just got that new, Sim, you might want to listen to this. He got that new OLED monitor, that new monitor, that 4K monitor, $1,100. It does 1080p and it does 4K, 240 hertz and stuff like that. I think it's one of them Asus monitors, those big monitors. That'd be something that you would get too, you know what I'm saying? But the monitor cost $1,100. So he had two monitors that he had bought, took those back because each one of those were 500. So he took that $1,000, got the $1,000 from that, and then he added another $150 something and got that monitor. So I went for him to open it up and put it on his setup so I could see what it looks like. But it has that ultra glossy or something like that. I think it's called ultra glossy or something like that. It has all the bells and whistles on it and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So from what I've seen, it's a pretty neat monitor. You know what I mean? But he plans on building another PC. So he wanted to have that monitor because he's running a 3080. He wants to build another one with maybe like a 5080. So that'll help him with that. You know what I'm saying? So once he builds his other PC, then he'll be able to have that to go with that. But yeah. Yep. Let me see. My Asus has that laptop. Yep. Or that. Yep. Let me see. Oh no, you can't. You can't. See, here's the thing. Like I tell people, to get the best, so you got to pay for the best. You know what I'm saying? And once you get, like Dale had mentioned this on his show the other day. Once you get accustomed to looking at something, like an OLED or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to go back to nothing else, especially when you so used, so when you got accustomed to looking at that, like, look, I don't want to look at this no more. But if you never ever seen that before, it's easy for you to go get another TV and stuff. But once you actually get a glimpse and or looking through that, you'll never want to go back. So it makes you want to go buy more stuff like that, and that comes with a pretty price. You know what I'm saying? But you're getting the best, though. You're getting the best. So I'm all for it. If you have the money to get it, get it. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to put the link up for a second. We can chop it up for a second. I will not be before you long because I do want to finish. I've been playing a game called Detroit Become Human. And I'm liking the game so far. Like, it's a little older game. I caught it on Steam for $4. So I want to finish that. You know what I'm saying? So I plan on finishing that and stuff. I like it and stuff so far. So I will be finishing that probably either between tonight and tomorrow because I'm already, I think, like 8 hours into it. I think it's either a 10 to 15 hour game just for the story. But if you want to do everything, I think anywhere between 80 to 100 hours. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Man, Epic Games is hit and miss. Yep, it is. It is. Yep. Like, I used to get them all, Skulls, but like these few games here, they've been a miss. So I'm like, I'm not gonna plug up my hard drive for that. Like, I'm never going to play them. I mean, sometimes I'll get them, but depending on what they are, depending on what they are, then I'll get them. But yeah, so I want to finish up Detroit Become Human. The game looks gorgeous still. The game still looks beautiful on the PC. I mean, it still looks great. You know what I'm saying? I got it on my PS4 and stuff like that, but play it on my PC. Let me see. I see the FPS on my new. Yep. Nice. Yep. Oh yeah. Smash that thumbs up, guys, on your way in. I appreciate it. If anybody want to come on for a second, you're more than welcome. If not, that's fine as well. But I just wanted to do a quick little live right quick. You know, because this is my first live on this new PC, so I wanted to see how it looked and how it sounds. So I'm sure everybody hearing me okay, and nobody said anything. But yeah, so excuse my appearance, guys. I didn't shave or do anything because I don't have no plans on going anywhere or anything like that. I mean, I did wash my ass, I did do that, but I didn't shave or nothing like that. So that's important. Actually, I even needed to know that, but still, but you know what I'm saying. So I'm just sitting here chilling and relaxing and just probably, like I say, finish up this game and then probably watch some movies and stuff. I already got my little drink and stuff. My wife cooking, so I may enjoy my New Year's here, with my family and stuff. Been kind of expensive to go any place. Been dangerous and expensive to do anything. I've talked to a few of my friends. They pretty much saying that they're staying in. I mean, I had one of my friends, him and this old lady, they're going up to a New Year's Eve party, but everybody else said they pretty much staying home and just relaxing and just chilling, because it's cold here. It's cold here in Michigan. It snowed again and it's cold here. So a lot of people don't really want to. One thing about people here in Michigan and in colder states, they tend to kind of stay home and stuff in most cases, so they tend to stay home and stuff, when it's cold. Okay, let me see what you're saying, Skulls. Still got to work to do. Important to import. Listen, I need to call you. I need to call you as well. Import the CHD files, PS2 BIOS, and the Duck Station. Yep. I need to talk to you about that too. I mean, I got my stuff up and running and stuff. I need to talk to you too, Skulls, later on. I'm gonna call you. You're gonna be available today, Skulls? Let me see. Okay, you did the GameCube last night. Nice. Guys, if you want to do anything about emulation, Skulls is the guy that you want to get with. You know what I'm saying? Skulls playlist. If you guys want to get in touch, you're gonna be busy. You're gonna be busy or no? So can we talk? Or let me know if we can talk today. If not, we can just reschedule. Just let me know, man. Let me know if we can talk today or not. Hey, what's going on, VF? Appreciate you, man. Thank you. He always supports me, man. Thank you, VF. Happy New Year to you too, my brother. Yeah, I saw the picture of you and your family, man. Great family picture. And I did check out a couple of your lives, man. Great lives, man. Great content you're doing over there, man. The good work you're doing over there, my brother. Oh, okay. Got you. Thank you. I wasn't quite clear on what you had meant by yes. Okay. So as soon as this live is over with and stuff, I'll give you a call, man, because this is a question I had to ask about emulation. Yeah, like I said, guys, if you need to know anything about emulation or anything, I mean, I'm pretty knowledgeable about emulation as well. But also, you can get with Skulls. What's up, Donald?
Can you hear me?
Yes, great volume and great. Yep. I hear you loud and clear. Yep. So get with Skulls, myself, if you guys are into emulation. And also, one thing I want to say about VF here, VF, he puts out good content because he made a statement the other day that really held volume. He said, he's a guy that, like, well, those of you, so he's no stranger over here. He always comes over here, supports us and stuff. You've seen him on my show, the panel a few times, but he does, like, he has every console, he games and stuff. He just recently, and go over there, guys, and check out that video he put up. He put up a video where he set up a Dreamcast. Okay. Oh, that's Dean. What's up, Dean? Hold on 1 second. What's up? What's up, Dean?
What's up?
Yo, what's going on? Yep, loud and clear. What's going on, Dean? How you doing, my brother?
Hey, first time on the live, bro. What's up?
Appreciate you, man. Thank you. Happy New Year's, man. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate
Let
you.
me jump in here. for my boy, man.
That's my dog, man. Dean. Yeah, good seeing you, bro. Good seeing you, man. Good seeing you. Good seeing you.
Yeah, I heard you talking about that PC stuff, man. I love my PC games, man. But that storage is a killer, man.
It is, man. Yeah. I'm gonna get back to the VF comment in just a second. Let me finish what Dean was saying real quick. Yeah, Dean. What are you running, Dean, on your computer? What's your specs? What's your PC specs you got?
I got an i9. I got 32 gigs on the storage. I just bought me a new card at 5070.
Nice.
And yeah. So I mean, man, I'm got everything maxed out, man. But them games, I download them games from Fit Girl or whatever they go. Fit Girl, where you get them bootleg games.
Fit Girl, yep. Fit Girl. Yep, Fit Girl in there. Yep, Fit Girl. Yep, all that. Yep, the Fit Girl, Steam, all that. Y'all get it from there too. Yep. All right, there you go right there, Russell. Yep.
On PC game, man. PC all the way.
Me too, Dean. Me too, man. I gave I've said it a few times. I've sold my Series X, my Switch, and my PS5, and I'm strictly PC now. Like I got it over here going on now. I got my specs is an i9. I got 32 gigs of 32 gigs of memory, and my card. I got a 4070 Ti Super in my rig. I got a 4070 Ti Super in mine's, and i9 and 30 gigs of RAM. And
that's what's up. You kidding?
2 terabytes of storage. I got 2 terabytes of storage.
You play the Steam games too?
Huh? Yep. I do Steam. I got Steam games. I get some from Fit Girl sometime, and also Epic gives you free games every week.
Yeah, but I was gonna say my boy Skulls, he hooked me onto that Epic, man. He be hitting me up, man.
Yeah, man. Epic gives you a lot of games like this week. They wasn't all that, but then a couple of them I had. But yeah, man, PC gaming, man, like it's a whole nother platform. Hey, but it's a whole nother thing, man. It hits so good, man. It hits different, man. PC gaming hits different, brother.
I like them third person games, like I like them horror games, like remember
Resident Evil back in the day? Yep, Resident Evil. I got all those too, yep. The only consoles that I have left is my modded consoles, but pretty much I'm strictly on PC. Like I'm finishing up. I'm finishing up Detroit Become Human. That looks good on PC, so I'm gonna finish that up.
Switch 2 though?
Huh?
What?
Don't you still have your Switch 2?
No, I sold it, D. I sold it, Donald, because I wasn't playing it, Donald. I sold it, Donald.
Okay.
Yep, I sold it. Yep, I sold it. You had a question, Dean?
No, I'm just gonna listen in for a little bit while I take this drive.
Oh, okay, yeah. So like I said, so I sold all that. I got my console. Yep. So like I just bought. And speaking of which, for those of us that are PC dudes, Steam has a winter sale going on because I got that Detroit Become Human for $4. $4 on Steam. I got that, and I got a couple of I've been into these these movie games, these MV movies or something. What it's called, like Dead Reset. I got that, but it came with like 2 or 3 different more games for like $13. I got that. I got all the Batman games, and of course I'm a 2K guy.
Man, I'm mad at Steam, man. I don't know, man. I don't know what happened, man. I be downloading so much stuff on that doggone PC, man. I be getting down with it. And I think I downloaded the game from probably a site I shouldn't have downloaded it from, man. It got hit, and it went through my Steam account, and they're gonna close my Steam. They didn't close it, but they put me on hold for 13 weeks.
Woo! Wow.
I'm a victim. I ain't do the shit. I said I'm a victim.
Dang. Wow. That's crazy. Yeah, man. Yeah, I got like I say, that Sonic, I got that Sonic, that Ratchet and Clank. Listen, guys, listen. PC gaming, a lot of my friends, me and Dean been friends for a long time. I'm glad he was able to brace my panel. me and Dean go way back. You know, one of my good buddies right here. He always supports my live, so it's good to see that he's on PC and everything. And I'm gonna tell you, PC not only gives you like what we're talking about, but it also has like I'm saying your emulation, which I'm gonna get back to that. Skulls, I see your comment. Let me get this what I was about to say before Dean came on about my boy VF. VF's just set up. He does a lot of retro gaming, a lot of other stuff too. He just set up a spot in his game room where he has a Dreamcast set up for his Dreamcast. So if you guys haven't saw that video, I'll have one of my mods put his channel in the chat, and you guys go over and look at that. But when he was explaining that, he was also saying that, listen, this isn't for everybody. I much prefer you guys to emulate this stuff. But for me, I like original hardware and stuff. But most of us I like to emulate, and I appreciated that because when he said that, because I'm an emulation guy. I love hardware, but I love emulation. I mean, which brings me to my point. I have so many ROMs, so many emulators on my PC. And that's one of the good things about having a PC is where you can play all of your retro games on your PC. Yep. If you know how to set your emulators up with the BIOS and with all of that stuff, you can actually play all of those old games. Because like right now, if I try to go out there,
you can do all kind of coding. You can turn your doggone emulator into a Fire Stick or on box, man. I got so much K's on my doggone on that emulator, man.
Sure can. And I got that cooling pad. I had to order it online. Makes phone again. Yep. Exactly. Can't tell the difference between PC and Android. Doing nice. But yeah, so
I got an emulator that got at least 50 forks on it, 50 Cody forks.
Wow.
On your emulator.
Your PC or your PC? Nice. Yeah, man, nice. Yeah, see, I'm telling you guys, you know, I'm not opposed to consoles and stuff because I played on consoles for a lot of years and I still love consoles. But when you also get into PC, it just opens up a different thing, because not saying that, like I said, I'm never turning this into no PC versus console war, because however you game is fine with me. But I'm just saying, far as with me, I enjoy PC gaming more because you can get more things on a PC, like your emulators and your ROMs and all that kind of stuff. You can put all that stuff in, which, like right now, if I tried to go out there and buy some of that stuff, man, my wife would kill me. She would kill me because it's so expensive. But you can emulate these consoles and you can play games from your childhood for the fraction of the price. You see what I'm saying? And that's what PC gives you. But some people say, well, PC is expensive, and it is. I'm not going to say that it's not, but the end game, if you want a decent rig, you know, say you're going to spend at least maybe, I would say maybe $2,000 to maybe $2,000, $2,500, maybe $3,000 at the most for a decent rig that's going to have longevity. And the thing about the PC is that you don't have to upgrade every year or every time a new graphics card come out, because now Dean has a 5070, which those are the newer series cards out. I have a 4070 Ti Super, and my card is still good because I have 16 gigs of VRAM. I got all this stuff that's going to prepare me for the future, because I may not even upgrade until the 16 series come up. I mean the 6000 series.
Or the 20 series. I just upgrade. Right. I mean, you don't have to, like I say, you don't have to upgrade constantly, man. It was about 3 or 4 years since I upgraded, you know?
Yeah, see, for you to upgrade, that made sense because you was on a 20 series. So for you to go from 20 to 50, that was good, like Semi. Semi had a 3080 and went to a 5080. That's a good upgrade for him. My friend Terry is going from a 3080 to a 5080. So that's good for them. So for me to go now to a 50 series, that wouldn't be a good upgrade for me because I already got a decent card. I got a 4070 Ti Super. So for me to go to that, that wouldn't make very much sense because games aren't getting any more graphically better than what they are. And you can play, especially if you're playing only in 1440p. My card is comfortable at 1440p. I can do some 4K, but my card is a 1440p card. And the games look beautiful at 1440. I mean, that's a sweet spot. And you can even play games, even like there are some people right now that's playing games on a 20 series card, a 3000 series card. It's whatever you want. And that's the beautiful thing about PC is that you upgrade when you get ready. See what I'm saying? If you're,
I've been a PC fan for a long time, man.
I have too. Yep. So would you say D Nice?
I started at PC. Okay, go ahead, D Nice.
I'm sorry.
I was saying, what controller do you use? Do you use a USB controller?
I got this right here. This is that Scuffs. This was a $200 PC thing. This is Scuffs. It goes with my keyboard and stuff. I can tweak the settings on it and do all that stuff on it as well. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that should last a lifetime, the same lifetime of the PC.
But you don't need it. What's going on with I thought I added it. What's going on with VF? Yeah, so I just added. Yeah, this is one of the ones that I use, but I got other ones. But this is like the main one that I do use. It's that Scuffs. But it's made by Scuffs. It's made by
Looks like an Elite controller.
You can take all these out and you can change these, and then in the back it has the triggers in the back. You can change all this stuff out and do different stuff.
Yeah.
The stock. I just kept it like this. I'm not into all that swapping buttons and stuff. I just keep the same thing on there. Hey, what's going on, BF?
What's going on?
Oh man, not a whole lot, my brother. How you doing? Happy New Year to you, man.
Happy New Year. Nah, I'm just out with the family. We out here shopping right now.
Nice.
Little man right here trying to tell everybody what's going on. Say hey to everybody.
Good, man.
My awesome wife over there. She out there
doing
her thing.
Hey, how you doing, man? All right.
Sit down, big man. Don't fall over.
Yeah,
Dean,
VF. This is Dean right here. One of my good buddies, Dean. You already know,
bro.
What's going on? But no, I was just sitting back listening to what y'all was saying, man. You know, it's the same old. Out here trying to get things done. You know, when I'm in the house chilling, I be gaming. Hey, that's all I do, man. I work and game and take care of the family. That's all I do.
Nice. Yeah.
You know somebody? Flanders. Now, what you say?
People, man, I really admire what you had said about that, man. That made a lot of sense when you you had said that about the emulation and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that you promote that as well. Like I said, you let people know what your preference is, but then you also let them know that there's other options that you can take if this isn't for you. And
this is the thing, right? The thing about it is, I've been collecting games since I've been like 16. I have all these consoles, and there's no way I'm about to get rid of them. I'm not getting rid of them. I invested in too much time in buying these games, going to the retro stores, picking up some of these games. A lot of this stuff I have is stuff I got day one. What you want?
Nothing.
You don't want nothing. Go sit back down. But no, you good, man. But no, it's I've been collecting this stuff since day one. A lot of the stuff I have is stuff I had when it came out. Like some of these old games you see, you know, I bought these games when they were in EB Games, when there was an electronic boutique, when they were at when Best Buy first opened. You know, when the Dreamcast was on the shelf at the stores. So I'm not gonna get rid of them, but at the same time, I understand like nowadays. Ain't nobody about to go out here and try to buy some of these consoles. Some of these consoles are like extremely expensive now. Some of these games are not easy to find anymore. So I absolutely endorse emulation because that's probably one of the best ways to play these games. So yeah, I mean I even have the emulators on my PC. You know, I'm not just strictly console. It's just that I use that as an option. Let's say, for instance, I don't feel like cutting on one of these consoles, but I'm standing right by my PC. I'm sitting by my PC. Well, I'll just cut on my PC and play my PlayStation 2 emulator or whatever. But I always use it as an option. I never use emulation as the end all be all because of the investment that I had. like I have an investment in these consoles that I've been really, I had some of these consoles ever since I was a teenager, and I'm not gonna get rid of them. That's just how I am. But as far as gaming goes, man, I mean, that's just my preference. At the end of the day, I'd rather game on what I purchased. That's I bought that console. I'm not gonna give it up. So.
Right.
But no, but for anybody else, if you're just getting into it now, bro, it's too late. Don't go out here trying to buy,
Right.
a PlayStation 2, or don't go out here trying to buy a PS1 and talking about you about to buy some of these games. Don't do that because
Right.
you're better off just building a PC and emulating. I mean, you be breaking your back and your pockets trying to buy some of this older stuff because I mean, there's a demand for them and it's very expensive. So no, I don't recommend it. Just build a PC and emulate them. But yeah, man. I mean, that's all I do, man. Like when I'm not, my wife don't tell me what she need done. I'm upstairs playing games and chilling, man.
Yep.
And that's just the life I live, bro.
Nice.
I've been playing games since I was probably about my son's age. I've been, buying games since I had a job, and I'm in my early 40s. You want to say something again?
Yeah, and I've been just chilling upstairs playing games, playing my Kirby and Amazing River from yesterday.
You have a PlayStation. I mean, you have a Switch 2, right, young man?
No, I don't have it. He has it. That's his Switch too. I don't play the Switch too.
I was asking your son. You was asking your son.
Yeah, he plays it. I think I played it maybe twice.
Yeah.
Like, but he's on it all day. Like he was just up here just saying he just
I wasn't
completed
playing.
another game on the Switch too.
Yeah, like I said, man, I got rid of mine because I wasn't playing it like that. So yeah,
I'm telling you, if I didn't have my son, I probably wouldn't have bought it at all.
but I
I mean, it's just not my thing. Not this, and I love consoles, but I don't look at the Switch 2 as a console. It's just not
right,
my thing.
right. Yeah, I hear you. Me too. I feel the same way. But like I say, BF, I appreciated that, man, because I wanted to get that point out to you, man. Like I appreciate it when you said that because that lets people know that listen, there's other options to play these games. There's other ways you can do this.
Yeah, I mean, especially when I did that. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
My wife would kill me if I decided right now to go build this extravagant game room and take thousands of dollars and rebuy these consoles and stuff. I mean, I got
Yeah, I was saying if you like I said, if you ain't been out here buying these games back in the early '90s or the mid '90s, don't get into it now. Like the only console I can say right now that's somewhat retro that you can get into and don't break the bank, it's probably the PS3. Like
yeah,
the PS3, Xbox, you can buy that. You can get one of those for like $100, and most of their games are like dirt cheap. But like the Dreamcast, like dog, some of the games I got on Dreamcast, they're like $300. Like who's gonna buy a $300 game? Emulate that. Go ahead and find it on the internet. Be careful though. Be careful. Find it on the internet and play that game. It is no way you should be paying $300 for an old game that you want to play. That because you're not even supporting the developers.
sure, not
You're making the pockets fat of some mom and pop shop that is not worth it. But nah, man, like bro,
uh-huh.
it's wild out here. But nah, but like I said, some of those games I bought them when they were $39.99. I bought some of those games when it was $19 when they were like regular price back then. Because like back then, Dreamcast games was no more than $39, and I bought those games. Now there's a few that I bought since that I still had that I bought recently, like probably the last 4 or 5 years. I bought those, but they weren't expensive. Like those days of buying expensive games, those days are over. I mean,
Yeah,
I got over like 5,000 games upstairs. I don't need to buy no more games for the rest of my life, to be honest.
right, absolutely.
Yes.
Dean, come back on for a second. Dean, I had a question for you, Dean. So you said you was out driving. I don't know if you got to your destination yet, but come back on real quick, Dean. I had a question for you real quick because he's in the PC as well. I wanted to ask him a question about his PC as well. And also, everybody, I'm speaking to the chat and to the audience. Everybody that you see on here, we're gamers. Some of us have consoles and PCs and emulations. So basically, we're just showing you different ways you can do whatever. You know what I'm saying? Some people like Skull's playlist. He's over talking about Android and stuff. Now my wife, she loves Android gaming. I mean, she has her tablet. I mean, she has an iPhone, but she has a tablet, an Android tablet, where she loads all her games and she plays her game on her tablet. And then she also plays these Facebook games or something on her phone or something. She does that on the iPhone,
Right.
but for the most part, she plays her games on her Android tablet. And then, like Dean was saying too, you can play it on your Fire Stick. You can play it on.
Yeah, like some of these devices nowadays, I mean, they're so advanced right now. Like you can play like PlayStation 2 games on a cell phone now. I mean, I mean,
Yeah,
technology is that advanced where you could play, PlayStation 1 games on a Fire Stick or something like, you know what I mean? So it's like, for me, like I'm an OG. Have been in this since like I've been playing games since the '80s, bro, and I've been buying consoles ever since. Some of the consoles I have are some that my mom and dad bought me when I was a kid. This is like some of the stuff that's been with me forever. Fortunately, they still work, but I'm not going to give them up. I'm not going to trade them in for just for to play all them games on a PC. Don't get me wrong, I can do that. I mean, I can do it right now. Like, 'cause I have pretty much every emulator to play on my PC now. I got it, babe.
right,
Oh,
right.
I got it, but it's like it's just a. I
I,
just rather play on. Yeah, it's just an option.
yeah, yeah.
It's
See,
not nothing that I'm saying like.
right. It's the
Trust me, if I didn't have them, if I didn't have these consoles, you better believe I'd be on the internet. I mean, I'd be on these emulators heavy.
right. That's what I'm saying. Most of people like BF, and there's other people. Most of I have some other friends that have gotten these
Watch out,
consoles
big man.
when they were kids. When they were kids, so if you didn't really have these consoles, see, I didn't have very many consoles as a kid. I've had maybe an Atari or a GameCube and stuff, but I really didn't care to really like they either broke or I sold them or something. But if you didn't have these consoles already going into your adulthood at this moment now, it really wouldn't be wise unless now see this all goes back to what I'm saying. Now listen, I have to stress this because people be saying certain things and stuff. I just want to get this point out. If you have the money, by all means, do whatever you want to do. That's fine. But I'm speaking to people like me, for example. I don't, me personally,
Hey,
for you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I'm almost 50, and for me to start getting all these counsels and stuff, that really wouldn't be a good financial thing for me right now. Having rent and car note and bills and stuff like that. I mean, I would love to have that. Maybe if I had the lottery for $50 million, I probably could do that. But
Yeah,
with
I
that
mean, yeah, that kind of money. Yeah, but if you're just a regular person,
particular person,
I mean, you got a regular job or whatever, or anything of that nature that was just working like everybody else.
hmm
I would highly recommend, and I mean, you want to get into retro gaming, I would recommend one or two things. Focus on one console that you want to collect for, or just just build a PC and emulate.
yep.
That I would not recommend like what I like for me. I have about 30 consoles. Like I have like 30 consoles. Like some of them are duplicates, but every console that you can name of that I have that you know about, I probably got outside of the 3DO, which I just did a matter of fact. Speaking of emulation, I just did a live stream last night playing a game on my 3DO emulator, playing Mortal Kombat 2.
Oh, that's what you was on. You was on that. I thought you was on a console. I thought you was on a console.
No, 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 no. That was PC emulation playing Mortal Kombat 2 on the 3DO.
That
So
looked beautiful. That game looked wonderful on
it
PC.
looked good on 3DO, right? It looked really good.
That's the way.
So
And I was going to ask you about that, man. Like I was saying, like I thought, like I say, I did see that. I did see that video you did, but I thought you was on consoles. Now
that was on PC
I'll
emulation.
show you. See now, guys, if you haven't went to his channel and saw that, he
Okay,
just did
man.
this last night, and that game looked beautiful. I thought he was on console. Like he just told me right now that he was on emulation. I didn't know that. That just goes
Yeah,
to show
I use a PC emulator called 4DO instead of 3DO. It's 4DO. And
correct.
it's a guy on YouTube. He built Mortal Kombat 2 from the ground up. Then he put it because it was never released on the 3DO. So he built it from the ground up to where it works on the 3DO. So I wanted to try it out.
Did you
And
show
I don't have a 3DO because I mean 3DOs is extremely expensive. I'm not buying a console for a couple of games, so I use my emulation on my PC.
if I came in on a tail end of your stream, did you show the people how to set the emulator up, or you just played the game?
No, I didn't show them how to set it up because basically,
Okay.
you don't really need a video to set up the 4DO. You just go to the website, download the 4DO, and it's already there. You just download it, and then once you put it in a folder so you can have it on your PC, click it, and it works. You don't have to do any settings. Everything is set up.
Do you need a BIOS or anything for
No,
that?
the BIOS comes with it and everything. The BIOS came with it and everything. Everything is you go to just Google 4DO, and you'll see the website, and you can download the latest version, and everything is there. Once you get that, you find the games, put the games into the thing where it tells you to drop the games in, and it works automatically. You don't have to do anything special with that. It's very easy to use.
Okay. So guys, what he said was the name of the emulators. Now this is to play 3DO games. Okay, we can't tell you where to get the games at, but Google is your best friend. But if you go to the 4DO website, like you said, download the emulator and get the games for it.
And you're good. And like I said, you saw me play Mortal Kombat 2. It looks just like the arcade version. It looks really good.
I did see that, and like I said, I'm glad you came on. I thought I was going to call you later on too to chop it up with you, but I thought you was on console. I showed you on console, yeah. But see, like I'm saying, that looked very good, guys. He did a great job on that video. That game looked very, 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 very good.
It was real solid. It was real solid. Now you could tell it was a homebrew game. Somebody built it from the ground up, so it needs work. But the visuals, I mean, you could put that side by side from the original version and couldn't tell.
I didn't see no glitches on it or nothing when he was playing. The fatalities looked great. Everything looked great. Yep. Everything looked great. Yep. So guys, to show you. You know what I'm saying?
I'm on 10% on my phone.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go ahead and slide up out of here. And I just wanted to chop it up and tell you Happy New Year, let you know what's going on, man. And I'll be live later on tonight, doing some New Year's live stream or whatever myself. So I'll be around.
I think most of us are subscribed to you because you're not a stranger over here. So I think most of us are subscribed to you over here. So we all come over tonight, man, and support you.
All right. Well, just like if you come through, I'll be there, man.
Okay, appreciate you, man. Thank you, man. Thank you.
All right, better up, man. You take it easy.
Yeah, you too, bro. You too.
All right, later.
Later. What's up, Donald? Come on. Hey, Dean, I don't know if you had to get off real quick, Dean. I don't know if he was at your destination, but come back on for a second.
I think Dean was at his destination.
Oh, he was at his destination? Dean was at his destination? Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, so what's up, D-Nice? What's going on, D-Nice?
Staying home. I ain't going out in that Chaos Plus.
Man, it is freezing, dude. It is freezing, bro.
You don't want to go out unless you have to.
Yeah, man. It is cold. Oh, yeah. Wishing the best in 2026. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, Donald. Yeah, man. You see, Donald, man. This PC gaming, bro, is top notch, man. It's top notch.
I know about emulation. I've done the Super Nintendo games, the Sega games, and stuff like that. So I know about it.
So like I said, guys, right. So like I said before, if you guys want to know anything about emulation, I don't profess to be the knowledge guy of it, but I do know a lot about it because I do deal with emulation. Like I said, I got pretty much every emulator. I got Launchbox. Shout out to Paper. Shout out to Cody Man. Everybody. I got RetroBat. I have Emu Station. I have CoinOps. I got pretty much all the emulation stuff on my PC. And also another way too, guys, that you can get into to budget gaming as well is if you mod a console. You know what I'm saying? You guys often hear me talk about modded systems. Modded is another way too that you can also get into gaming without having to spend a lot. But now but you have to know what you're doing with modding. If you don't know, there's people that can mod consoles for you. I know about modding. I have friends of mine that mod. I know about modding consoles and stuff because I modded 90% of my consoles back here. I modded. The only one that I didn't mod was the Xbox 360 because you got to go in there and do some soldering. But they got a new way now that you ain't even got to do that now. It's called bad update. You know what I'm saying? They have a new way that you can just take a basic 360 with a few files and you can so I'm just use the word mod or jailbreak or whatever. You can mod your 360 and play unsigned code. So you guys know what I mean by unsigned code. That means games and whatnot, unsigned code, okay? But so go on some videos. Shout out to Mr. Mario. Mr. Mario does excellent on that. And Mr. Mario has a lot of so just type in Mr. Mario. He has a playlist of games. I'm saying that's who I refer to a lot of times. So go to him. He'll show you how to set up I think one of these flash drives I got a bad update on. Pop it into your system, and bam, you can play unsigned code on there. You know, get all your games on a hard drive, and there you go. You know, but like I say, guys, I can't tell you where to get the games from on here. But if you reach out to me on Telegram, and some of you got my email, some of you got my own personal number, give me a call and I can show you where to get your games at and show you how to do certain things and stuff. And then, like I say, my Wii U is modded. I have a modded Wii U. I have a lot of stuff that's modded, and that gives you that gives you a chance to play games as well and do other things. Like, then there are some games that you can't play unless you have a modded system, because there's some games, some consoles are region locked, where you would have to have that country's system to play those. Well, if it's modded, then it's already, it's going to come region free, where you can either pop in the disc or download it and rip it right into your system. So there's ways you can get around that by doing that. Yep. Soft mods are good. Like Skull said, soft mods are good. Soft mods are good, not hard mods. Hard mods, when you got that, you go into the system and do some stuff. But now, I will say this: to go in there, and do the hard mod for the 360, that's the best way. You know what I'm saying? Because you go right into it. But most people don't want their consoles not broken into, but opened up and all of that. But soft mods give you an opportunity to do that without having to go inside and solder some stuff, because a lot of us may not know how to do that. You know what I'm saying? Then also, like I said, the PS3 is a wonderful, mine's is modded. You know what I'm saying? PS3 has Hen on it, and custom firmware on it. You know what I'm saying? You can all PS3s have Hen, but only certain ones allows you to get the custom firmware. Okay, so the Hen. Let me see. Oh, okay, yeah. Come back on for a second, Dean, if you can. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't really finished with you yet, man. So I just had a lot going on, man. My boy came on, and then I want to get back with you about PC because, man, listen. I'm such a geek, man, because like when people talk about PC, like when Dean was talking about that, I got overly happy because it's like I got something new as well. Like it's good that when I see people with PCs and they playing games and talking. I don't know why, guys, but I'm a cuss right here. I love that kind of shit. I just love this shit. I don't know why, but like when I'm on people's lives or when I talk to people about PCs and stuff, like I don't know what their specs are. Dean, question, Dean. Dean, can you hear me? Dean, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm good. Can you hear me?
Yep. So Dean, before VF came on, we were talking about emulation and stuff. So do you do emulation on your PC, like with DuckStation or things like that?
No, I don't really go that deep. I mean, I keep it simple a little bit. I just when I do emulation, I might do but I do also Knox. I use Knox and I use what's the other one called the Knox player. Then I use the Blue Stack.
Blue stacks.
Yeah, yeah. So what he's talking about, guys, is for those who don't know what Knox and BlueStacks is, it's a Android emulator that you can put on your PC to allow you to run Android operating system on
There's
your
another one, but I forgot what it was. There's another one too.
LP player or something like that, LP or something like that. One that paper told me about. Paper, which one was that? Is it called LP or something like that? LP?
That BlueStacks, that BlueStacks is real nice. I mean, it used to be bloated and it was dragged down and it was hesitate. But now, man, with that update they did, man, it's nice.
You know what? I was just about to say that, and he's definitely on point because at first, it's funny that Dean said that because at first, those of you that used it before, it will absorb so much. It was so much RAM heavy, like wanted to consume.
Yeah, you had to have a top-notch PC.
But like Dean said, since that new update, they done made it to where that it runs smoother now. They took out a lot of that bloatware and made it a lot more smoother. Because I ran it and it runs good. It runs good.
Yeah, the advertisement on the side panel, they had an advertisement which is nice, so it don't interfere with your emulation.
Correct. So like I said, so that goes. So that goes. That's what I'm saying. That goes back to the beauty of what I was saying about PC.
Yeah, LD player. That Paper just said it in chat. LD player.
LD, thank you, Paper. I said LP is LD. I knew it was LP something like that. I knew it was something dealing with that. But yeah, LD player is a good one too. LD is good as well. That's a real nice one too. But yeah, like I said, everything that we're talking about, guys, has to do with PC. And that's the thing that PC gives you. Yeah, it may be a little expensive to begin with, but as time go on, you know what I'm saying, it'd be cheaper. Like I say, you always can constantly, like we were talking about Fit Girl. That's a way to get games, pretty much for nothing. There's
y'all know the site that's safe, like Fit Girl. I mean, I trust. That's the only one I really trust. They had one called man, it's another. I mean, I don't trust it. It's a repack site, but man, it's coming so much advertisement. Man, I don't trust it. I think it's what is the name of it, man? What else site you use to get your games from?
There's several ones. There's Fit Girl. There's Doty. Doty Repacks is another one. Doty is another one. Then also, guys, you can go on some of these other sites like 1337, and they have like under the games tab, you can get games from there as well. But like Dean said, but this is what I'm trying to say though. Let me say this too, because I don't want anybody coming back in the comments, beat me up in the comments and stuff. Watch how you download. Be careful how you download, because I don't want to be me, Dean, or none of us on this panel is responsible for what's going to go on. So
users risk.
Right. So use your own discretion. Do your own research on how to get these games. If you don't want to pay for them, know what you're downloading and be very, very careful and know how you use a VPN. I use Real to Bread and stuff like that. If you have any questions on how to do these things, let me know.
Also use that J Downloader.
J Downloader is another one. And then y'all see what VF said too. VF just said this. If you're now he's talking about emulation. If you are trying to get into emulation rate, if you're trying to get into gaming like retro gaming and stuff, if you get into it now, emulate. Because like I'm saying, like a lot of people like him and have somebody else that I know are their consoles they had as kids and they cap them and they got them. But for you to try to get into it now, there's no way financially that you'll be able to. It takes years to build up that. I'll probably be dead by the time I actually tried to do all of that. Either no, I know I'll be dead because my wife will kill me. So I know for a fact, you know what I'm saying, bad enough she She be looking at me sideways when I be buying, like when she'll look and see me buy like maybe 2K for $70 or something for $80. She be looking at me like, what is you doing? So I know that if I try to get into some of this retro stuff, buying these games and stuff, she'd be like, what is you doing? Either that or I'd be divorced or something, because she said she ain't going for that. You know what I'm saying? But so I'm just joking, but to get into it now, yeah, you would want to emulate because it's way too expensive. It's way too expensive right now. That would be something that you would have already be into already.
You can't tell me that the other side I was thinking about was Skid Row. Skid Row repack of games, man. Don't go there.
Oh, Skid.
The name of Skid Row game.
Yep, Skid Row's another one. Yep, Skid Row's another one. Yep. So what Dean? So those of you that might not know what Dean is talking about, Dean is talking about these are sites that you can go on and get pirated games. I'm just gonna go on and say it. Okay, we're not showing nothing, so we should be okay. So like I'm saying, you know, these are where you want to get. You know what I'm saying? Because hey, let's face it, guys. These games are expensive. These games are even now. Now the thing that Steam and stuff have, they do offer, like I say, winter sales, and you got Epic and stuff. But for the most part, a lot of these games don't go on sale, and you might want to play these games like Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 2 ain't on sale. Like it may be $40 and $50. That may be a lot to some people, but them sites have those games. They have those games. But just watch how you.
Now, do you use them? Where you go buy CD keys? You ever did that before? Where you go buy the keys for this?
CD keys is another one. Now, Green Man Gaming and CD keys are websites that you can go on that you can get. Say, for example, Steam may have. I'm just going to use Spider-Man 2 for an example. Say Spider-Man 2 is $59 on Steam. Well, if you go to CD keys or Green Man Gaming, you may can find it for maybe $50 or something like that. And what it does is you buy it and then they send you a Steam code. You just go into your Steam and then just go to where it says put code here. Copy that code over there and then you get the game. So that's just another site that you can use to buy the game cheaper because Steam may not always have that game on sale. So that's what he was talking about.
I got NBA 25, 2K25. I looked up and got that for like $10 or $15, man. I got them good on that one.
Absolutely. Yep. Like I just caught the Detroit Become Human and all that stuff for $4, you know, and all the Resident Evil games, they like $5, $10 and stuff. You know what I mean?
I love Resident Evil and Silent Hill, man. That's my jam there.
But in fact, I just got Silent Hill 2, not R. But here's the thing. If you guys want to play the new Silent Hill R, or no, F, Silent Hill F, I'm sorry, Silent Hill F. It's on one of those sites that we said. But be careful on how you download, guys. I can't stress that enough. Because even though they may say FREE, it may be some stuff attached to it. So use a VPN or use Real to Bread and do your research, guys, when you're going after some of these games. Just like anything that you download, whether it's movies, music, whatever content you're getting, know how to do it. Don't just go clicking on stuff because that's where you get in trouble at. And also, I want to say this too. Be extremely, extremely careful when you're messing with Nintendo stuff. Be extremely careful if you want to. Now, there are Switch emulators out there. Be extremely careful if you're going on there trying to get a Nintendo game or something like that. Be extremely careful because not only will they do that, they get your IP addresses and things like that. Nintendo is notorious for suing you and for just making stuff hard for you. So if you do want to play a Switch game, use your discretion. So I want to get all of those things out. Those what you call them? Disclaimers. You want to get all the disclaimers out. Be extremely careful with that.
I don't mess with Nintendo. I don't touch them. Nintendo don't play.
That'll be they sure don't play. Next level. You know what, man? You're gonna love it, my brother. Now that my new computer is built, I'm gonna try gaming some more. Yeah, hey, I encourage you, man. I encourage you because once you, well, I ain't gotta tell you, man. You already know about it, man. But PC gaming, that's where it's at, man. You know what I'm saying? That's where it's at. And since he's on here, shout out to you, Next Level. Appreciate you, man. Dean, and D Nice. This is what I found that was interesting. Now you know that I've been doing a lot with PC lately. There's a lot of kids, Dean. There's a lot of kids now that are opting out because there's a guy that I watch. He builds PCs. A lot of kids are opting out for the PS5 and those consoles. They want gaming PCs now.
Well, that's where they at. That's where it's at, man.
They want a gaming PC because I was just telling that to one of our maintenance guys in my job. He came up to me and said, you know, Ken, my kids want a gaming PC now. I said, yeah, that's what every kid now. Like, I ain't saying that consoles don't have their relevancy or nothing, but I just been noticing that, like my nephew, they want one. So my nephew, they want one. My niece, she want one. My daughter, she want one. You know what I'm saying? So they have to with their PS5s, but they want a gaming PC now. So, and you know, hey, that's where it's at now, you know, and stuff. Yeah. So yeah, so I just
if you get them games the way we get them.
I'm telling you, and that saves you a boatload of money too. It saves you a boatload of money. Yeah, honestly, with cloud gaming being as good and as better than having console, the only problem is now they can control how and when you game. Yep. With cloud, yes, with cloud. Like, yeah, funny you mentioned that too. NVIDIA, they're doing that because, you know, NVIDIA is a cloud where you can get GeForce Now and all that. That's a cloud-based gaming where they allow you to play off of their servers. Well, they just said that they're going to control that. I'm saying something about that you're not going to be able to play long and all that kind of stuff. So that's what he was talking about the cloud gaming and stuff. You know what I mean?
They used to have a game back in the day, a site that was called Retro. I think it was Retro Gaming or Retro something. And you could actually play. It has a service called Cloud9, and you could play games right from the cloud, man. It was real good. You can't have to download them or nothing. You play it right through your cloud drive.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah, cloud gaming is a scam in certain instances. Yep, you are right because you never get. Listen, let me tell you this, and how I know that he's right is because before I got into PC gaming, I was playing on my NVIDIA Shield through GeForce Now. Like, I would buy games and I play over their clouds because, you know, they give you the hot play off of their 5080s and all of that, and 5090s and whatever, 57s, whatever, playing through the cloud. But if they ever decide to take that game off of their server, then you pretty much just assed out with the game. So what happened was, I'm a huge Mortal Kombat fan. Like, I got every Mortal Kombat game from the old to the new. So I was playing Mortal Kombat 11, and I was playing on my TV through GeForce Now, and all of a sudden it's just off of it. So I'm stuck with Steam games that I couldn't play no more. So I told my wife, I said, listen, sweet, I need me a gaming PC because I done bought all these games and I can't play them. So that was one. And then she bought me a gaming PC. Then I got a gaming laptop. And then that's probably how when my PC gaming pretty much started. I mean, I always knew about them, but like all you all, I thought they were so expensive and stuff. But now I see the value on them. So that's how I started off into PC gaming, was when GeForce took off a lot of the games that I had bought via cloud. So yeah, let me see what he's saying. I never play games I don't own, and I won't play to do that either. Yeah, plan to do. Yeah, won't pay to do that either. Right. Exactly. Yep. Exactly. But yeah, Dean. So share some more experiences, Dean, with your PC, because I love. So well, let me ask you this before you go into that. Let me ask you this real quick. So have you recently? So have you recently got into PC, or have you always been a PC?
No, I started way back in Windows 3.1 before it switched over to Windows 95.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, man. Yeah, before it went over to Windows 95, man. I've been in PC a long time. I got a picture or video of my kid in Pampers on the PC that I made back in the day, man, playing a video game. He was playing the Claw game. It was a side loading game called Mad Captain Claw.
Right. Right. So did you so the one that you have now, did you build that or was it a pre-built?
Now, this was built from Cyber.
Cyber Power?
Yeah, Cyber Power. But before that, I used to go to Comp USA.
Okay.
Was my store.
Yep.
I built all my stuff back in the day from using Comp USA.
Nice. Yep. Because me, Paper, and Donald and Simi, we were all talking last stream about it'd probably be better at this point to even buy a pre-built with the RAM prices going up so high. You know, the RAM prices.
Yeah, I went back and listened to it. Yeah,
you're
right.
Yep, they're expensive. Because my buddy just went. My buddy was just at Micro Center. So we have a Micro Center here in Michigan. And he just went, he said, Kim, I went over to all the graphics cards. He said, man, there's so many 5070s and stuff stacked up, 5070 Ti's and stuff. He said, man, there was a point to where that graphics card, like if you go back a couple of years back during COVID and stuff, you couldn't find a graphics card nowhere. So
it done flipped.
Everything is flipped. So now here it is, 2 little sticks of RAM costs you more than actual graphics card. So I said, well, I ain't saying this is the real reason, but one of the reasons could be because people aren't really building PCs now because of the RAM prices. So they figure if I take $2,000 or $2,500 and I can just buy a PC, I ain't got to worry about building it. I ain't got to worry about RAM. I ain't got to worry about nothing. I'm just going to buy it and plug and play. I'm going to have to go in and do some stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
I saw an article about Crucial. You know, Crucial used to do the RAM. They getting out of the regular market and going into just AI. So they're not going to be the consumer market. They're getting out of the consumer market. So the price, that's why their RAM is going up.
Exactly why. Yeah, because all these right. Just like Dean said, I'm gonna get to. Well, let me read VF's comment. That I'm comment on what Dean just said, because that's the real reason why they're doing that. Okay, let me do this. RAM prices are affecting the GPU and CPU. Even DDR4 is going up because, like, I was looking at some DDR4 the other day, and for one 16 gig, I'm sorry. For one 8 gig stick, it's almost $100, and that's expensive. That's expensive for a DDR4 for an 8 gig for one stick of DDR4 8 gigabytes is almost $100. That's crazy. This is DDR4, guys. I'm talking about. Okay, that's crazy. And then so it's going up. But to say what Dean was talking about was that listen, these AI companies are buying all of this RAM for that. And the sad part about it is it's so bagged up. Like they can't get the RAM out fast enough for these companies. So we may be going into maybe 2029 with this same problem because they don't know when it's going to stop because they're so behind production to where that soon as some RAM come out, they gobbling it up. See what I'm saying?
One while they had chip problems where we couldn't get chips.
Right. Yep.
You know, the CPU chip. So now, man, they done flipped over to RAM.
Yep.
I tell you, man, it continues. The saga continues.
Yep. And the like I just said before, D Nice said this. They just announced that the PS6, which is fine with me, the PS6 and the new Xbox, the new Xbox, they're all being delayed because of RAM prices, which is fine because nobody's complaining about that because I don't feel that the PS5, even though I'm not a console gamer that much anymore, you know, like I don't think that the PS5 have really, even after 5 years, I don't even think it even reached this peak yet as far as games because like there's a lot of games out for it, but a lot of the games are cross-gen games because like I said, I got a modded PS4 and there's a lot of games that I've beaten on here because I didn't have it on PS5. So a lot of those are cross-gen games. So I don't really think that's just my opinion. I don't think that the PS5 has really reached, even after 5 years, reached its full potential. So that's fine by me, and I'm sure over millions of other people that, you know what I'm saying, that is delayed, because I don't really think it's even a need for it right now. Me personally, I don't.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, Ken, I sure appreciate you for letting me get on the show, man. It won't be the last time, and I just,
Man,
hey,
you really gave me a
I'm
surprise, man. What a great pleasant surprise, man. Like I said, this is one of my good friends here, Demon buddies for a long time, man. And thank you so much, my friend, for gracing my panel. I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
y'all, everybody appreciate it. Y'all take care. Of course, I'll see you in the chat.
All right, thank you, man. Thank you.
Good one.
Yes, I agree. Yet the PS4 Pro wasn't even maxed out. Let alone the PS5, but that's what I'm saying. We haven't. If anybody else want to come on, you can. Let me put the link out real quick. So VF said a good point one time. These companies are still going to make products. Like I say, like, that's why I'm saying, like, okay, there's no need for the PS6 right now, but they're going to make it. So like VF said, they're going to continue to make these consoles and these graphics cards. But we don't have to always jump ship when the new one come out, as far as with graphics cards and stuff like that, because now, this is just my opinion, and I could be wrong, and somebody call me out on it if I'm wrong. To me, games are not going to get any more graphically better than what they are now. But now I stand corrected. If anybody know better than me, by all means, please call me out on this. So I don't think games are going to get any more graphically better. I think we're here, as far as graphics wise, for a minute. I think so. What happened, Paper? You blinked off real quick. Come back, Paper, if you want to come back real quick, because I was just about to call on you right quick. But if I'm wrong, call me out on it. So I think most people want to be able to play at a high frame rate and do all this other stuff, playing 4K and things like that. So that's why these graphics cards, because like a 5080 or 5090, those are 4K cards. Okay, you can max everything out and play at 4K. You know, a 5070, a 5060, or even a 40 series card, 4070, those are like 1440p cards, which are comfortable there. So that's what I'm saying about that. So you want to do your research on when you're doing this stuff, because once you understand about prices and RAM and generational leaps and stuff like that, you'd be like, man, there's no need for that, because we'll go broke trying to keep up with this and with that. Now, I'm only talking to people who work average jobs and that's trying to make a living. But if you got the money, by all means, do it. Hey, Paper, how you doing, my friend?
Hey, what's up? Sorry about that. I
You good?
didn't have any audio when I popped
Hey,
on
man,
the first
can you
time.
please? I'm so glad you came on, brother. Hey, man, can you please talk to the people? I gotta use the bathroom. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Damn, and of course we're gonna start yard work now. How's everybody doing, man? I can't see the comments right now, but I've been in the background listening. Hope everybody's doing all right. But oh man. Hey, y'all stay safe out there tonight, man. If you're going out and doing anything or going to party or whatever it may be, man, stay safe. You know, don't forget, get you a designated driver, and don't be doing no craziness. Well, nah, do all the craziness you want. Just be careful when you do it. Oh, man. Dean, man, I tried to hop up on there with you. Good to see you, Bubba. It was good to see you. But, man, I hope you're doing all right. Been a while since I'd seen you or talked to you.
So yeah,
Skulls, you can blame me. I got big shoulders, Bubba. I'll take that blame.
Yeah. But yeah, so paper. So do you agree? So like my boy VF just said, paper. VF said that the PS4 Pro hasn't even reached this stride, let alone the PS5. Because see, listen. My PS4 is modded, right? I was playing Callisto Protocol on that. Okay, one of my buddies came over here and he was like, Ken, what you playing that on? The PS5? I said, bro, you know I sold my PS5, bro. You know I ain't got no PS5. You already know I sold it already. I'm a PC guy. He said, Ken, that Callisto Protocol game looks so beautiful, man, on your TV. I said, thank you, bro. I said, this is the PS4 I'm playing on. He said, what? I said, yeah. So that goes to show you. So the point I'm bringing that, I wasn't flexing or nothing. No, the point I'm just trying to bring out is the fact that they're making these consoles so soon is that you're still able to enjoy on older hardware and stuff like that. That game looked just as good as if it was playing on either a PC or even on a PS5. So that just goes to show you what VF said. The PS4 hadn't even really reached this stride. But I know they got to make newer consoles for company and all of that stuff. Yeah, for money and stuff. But that's why PC gaming to me is a little bit better because like you can decide when you need new hardware and when you don't. Now, paper. Now you can correct me if I'm wrong with this. I'm glad you won't here because I know you've been a PC guy way longer than I have. So if I'm saying anything wrong, please pause and say, "Ken, nope, such." So just inject because I don't know everything. But like when your computer is like when you get to the point to where that okay, well look, it's not performing the way I want it to perform,
Right.
or I want to play Cyberpunk at 60 frames or 120 frames maxed out, then that's when I might consider maybe looking at a 5080 card or a 50 series card or maybe like that. Or if I want to play in 4K, I might be able to look, well, this 3060 isn't giving me the 4K or playing the way I want it. So maybe let me look at it. Not saying that the 3060 is not a good card, but it's not giving you what you want. So therefore, I'm gonna have to look at something different. So paper, you can kind of go on with that if I was right or wrong about that or not.
Yeah. No, I mean it's it's a PC is much easier to to monitor, to replace, to improve any part of it. Any player in that. I mean, you open up your PC, you've got your RAM. That's easy to
More specific.
Yeah. You open up your PC, you got your RAM that's there you can look at, you can replace, you can upgrade, you can keep it the same. You got your CPU, you've got, all these parts that are there that you can adjust the performance of your console or PC, whichever, and with a sealed kind of device, a phone, your handheld, your consoles, you become more dependent on what you have in a box. And so if you look at an older, we'll just use a phone for an example. If you look at an older phone, do you think that your we'll say an S22, Samsung S22 Ultra, okay? Do you think that phone can play the same game with the same quality that the S25 Ultra can? I guarantee it will. But how many people upgraded from the 22 to the 23 to the 24 to the 25 because they thought that they were going to need that? They were told that they needed that. No different in a console. The difference between all that and a PC is you can kind of sit back and look at what you have and what you're going to need, and replace that individual thing. If you got 32 gigs of RAM in your PC, and you're starting to notice a little bit of stuttering or whatever, it's much easier to go buy an extra 16 gig of RAM and put in your PC than it is, what are you going to do with your phone? What are you going to do with your tablet? What are you going to do with a PlayStation that is starting to stutter? So that's why the PC thing is so much different. If that answers what you were asking me.
It does. And I thank you, sir, because, to kind of add to what he said is that PCs doesn't have a shelf life like a console does, or like anything else have a shelf life. And what I mean by shelf life is that even though, like I'm saying, as far as I'm concerned, the PS4 is still relevant as well. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But they tell you, like he just said, they tell you that you need the PS5 to play up to date, to play at a higher frame rate or whatever like that. Like I said, they tell you that because it's all about this. It's all about the money. You see what I'm saying? And stuff like that. So basically, we just want to raise awareness and say, don't get caught up in the hype or go broke just because of that. Be comfortable with what you got and play with what you got. And then when it's need for you to get that, then you can get that. Don't say, well, if I can't play on a PS5, then I'd rather not play anything, because that PS4 looks still dang good too.
Yeah.
Another thing. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. Oh no, you're all right. Go ahead, Matt.
Another thing too is that, see, I'm gonna tell you this. So I don't know why we're going this way, but I'm glad Paper's on here with me. Okay, now let's talk about the PS5 Pro. Okay, now they don't tell you that you need a monitor or a good TV to see what they want you to see that may be there. Like, oh, look how the trees look, or look how the blacks are blacks, look how the blues are blues, and look how this is this and this and this and this. But now, no, don't throw. I'm not throwing shade at these TVs, but if you got a Roku TV that's $100 or something, and you play on a PS5 Pro, you're not going to see that.
No.
See what I'm saying?
A lot of it is marketing ploys.
A lot of it is marketing. A lot of it is marketing. So now you already spent over almost $1,000 for this PS5 Pro, and you still just looking. So look, that PS5, the base PS5 works just fine. The PS5 Pro ain't for everybody. Then when they say, well, yeah, you play better, it'll look better, but through whose eyes? And then I tell you that you may need other stuff to go with that to make it look better. And then in some cases, you might not even be able to tell the difference.
It's from whose eyes, who's on whose TV, with what HDMI cable. It goes on and on. And that's the huge problem is so many things get put into categories, and it's a lot of it is the marketing.
Yep.
You see all these commercials, and it's with anything technology. Anything really. These companies are marketing geniuses, and they make you believe that you need this in order to continue on. They use so many different tactics in order to get you to do that. And we as a society have become so dependent on outside of opinions on what is best, without even knowing really what is best.
But now let me say, bro, like you said, but let me say this though, because I'd be remiss if I didn't say this, because somebody's going to say this. Now, you do get what you pay for. That's what I'm saying. Because so like right now, if you go out right now, my buddy Terry just went out and bought an $1,100 monitor with the ultra glossy and stuff. That's going to be a beautiful monitor, because he's planning on upgrading his PC from a 3080 to a 5080. So when he popped that in, dumb icons are going to look like candy, like Skittles, and beautiful and stuff. But see, you get what you pay for. See what I'm trying to say? But that's the thing. He wanted that, so that $1,100 is going to give him what he was seeking. Okay, but he know what he was buying into. See what I'm saying? He know what he was buying into. So that's what I'm saying. know what you're. So I'm not saying don't go out and get that, or don't go out and get these high-priced TVs and stuff, because Super Dale just said something on the other day that once you look through and see these pictures, these OLED pictures, and the way these colors are, the blacks are blacks, the greens are greens. Once you look at those, it makes you don't want to ever go back to nothing else.
Right.
That's a true statement. So you do get what you pay for. So I definitely, because I do that. This TV right here was $1,300 when I first got it. I got that for gaming. I'm sure it's down price now, but it still shows good and stuff. Like I say, my friend thought I was on the PS5 when I was playing Callisto Protocol. But no, it's not it's the TV too. So that helps the console or the machine and stuff too. All the stuff that you buy that helps support that. So that's the point that me and Paper is saying. We're not saying not to go out and buy it if you have it and stuff, but don't just think if you buy the PS5 and on a regular TV, then that's all. You know what I'm saying?
Huh? That's you and I. Oh.
You know, don't think that, okay, I'm going to buy the PS5 Pro and then I'm going to play on a low budget TV. I'm going to still get the same experience of a person that went on and bought a $1,300 monitor or a $2,000 TV is going to get. That's the point that we're trying to make, because you do get what you pay for. So I thought I would share that because, you know, that's just the reality of it. You know what I'm saying? So don't get caught up in the hype. Yeah.
Yeah. And to add to what I was saying about the marketing and the going and getting information from all these places that are online that we all do, I'm guilty of it. And I guarantee every one of us has always went to a review thing. If we've seen something and how many times have you went and looked at reviews on that new phone before you went ahead and bought it?
Yep.
Now, do you think that those review channels don't get some type of kickback?
Oh, I'm sure. Of course.
If I'm Samsung, do you not think I'm going to spend that extra $100 million for the year to pay some of these places to say, hey, man, give us a good review? All these companies do it.
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
And so that's the thing. You know, you're better to go to your peers than you are to go to these review places.
No. Pause. Say that again, please. Make sure you hear what this. Say that again, please.
You're better to listen to your peers, go to your peers for your advice than you are to go to the review places and websites.
Great point. Hold on a second, Shaw. Hold on a second. Everybody want to call?
But yeah, it's, you know, that's the thing is, you know, and make sure that when you do go to your peers, you know, when you come over here to Ken's channel or you go to Simi's channel or you go to any of these people's channels, you know, how can I try to tell you to go buy that brand new Samsung monitor when I've got my Samsung monitor is from 6 years ago? I mean,
yeah, he's right.
You know, so be cautious with that too. You know, I mean, it's.
Yep. Cameron Nexus is a nice one too. Yep.
Yeah, and exactly what just like what I was saying. You know, it's and a lot of them don't tell you that they're paid. You know, a lot of them will say this isn't a paid review. A bullshit.
Yep.
You know, I mean,
they say, well, upgrade to the 5080 or upgrade to here and upgrade to there, but they're not telling you that they're getting these graphics cards for free from them companies, or they got the ad revenue to do that. See what I'm saying?
It's not a paid review because they're not getting paid that $10 to make their video, but they got a free graphics card.
Sure, right. That because, like Paper said, don't you think for once, like VF said, I think Gamer Next is about the only one that don't do that. But don't think for once that these YouTube channels ain't got a plug with these guys. Because look, listen, at the end of the day, guys. So we talk about Android and the Fire Sticks doing what they're doing to stop piracy or stop. At the end of the day, guys, the whole thing in a nutshell is about money. That's about everything. Amazon want to control all of them. They don't want to pay Google. They want to stop, because if you can watch Spider-Man for free on a third-party app, that takes away them advertising it for $29 to watch it. So everything that we're talking about, the whole undercurrent thing is about money. And which, like I said before, I'm not mad at these companies because they're in it to make money. But then, so guys, we just want to let people like me, Paper, and other content creators. We just want to raise awareness about, listen, do your research and stuff, because these companies Amazon is not our friend. We even listen, if you take
now, Ken, you just said you wasn't mad.
right. You motherfucker. That's my guy, man. I love Paper Play. That's my dude, man. But listen, you take Amazon and stuff, they're not. Now, we done spent hundreds and thousands of dollars on Amazon. I'm sure some of us got stuff in our Amazon cart that we haven't even pulled a trigger on yet. I know we've bought a lot of products over the years. They're not our friends, guys. Sony, Microsoft, none of these companies are our friends, okay? We buy these products because we want them, we enjoy them, and stuff like that. But we also want to understand that, listen, they're not our friends, and they're in it to make money. And don't just get caught up in a hype where if I don't get the latest and greatest, then I'm going to miss out. Because one thing about technology, and people can help me with this, sometimes it's not always good to always have the latest and greatest in most cases, because the one that you have may be good too. Like I say, if I had the money, I would probably, well, no, I ain't gonna say that, because my 4070 Ti is just as good as the 5070, but it just has the 5070 may have like the newer AI stuff, but I got 16 gigs of VRAM and stuff. So, but people would tell you, well, I want a 5070. Okay, well, why? Why do you want it? Know why you're upgrading, or know what you're upgrading to. Is your computer struggling? No. Does your computer have any issues? No. Well, if you answer yes to any of these questions, then it's time for you to upgrade. Paper's point, if you answer yes to any of those questions, those two questions, then maybe you might want to look into upgrading. But if you answer no, then there's no need for that. You see what I'm saying? So just know what you're doing when you do these things, because you'll go broke, or you'll go into the poorhouse. Then you have people like Plastic Fork, which is Paper's wife, Miss Sonia, my wife. They be looking at us sideways like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You buying a $2,000 graphics card every year or every 2 years? Oh no, sir. No, sir. Look, I'm sure my friend Terry won't mind me telling his business like this, because that's my buddy. Terry and them, they got pretty good money, okay? His wife even looked at him sideways when he paid $1,100 for that monitor, because we were talking about it right now. This $1,100 didn't affect him no kind of a way. You know what I'm saying? He took the two monitors back that he had because he saw this one and he wanted that one. So when his wife went with him, he took the two back. They were $500 a piece. So he got the $1,000 on that to get that one. Then he had to turn around and put money with that. So his wife looking at him like, well, okay, you already took two back. That's $1,000 to get one. So you mean to tell me you still had to put some more money with that one to get that one? So so now mind you, this didn't affect them no kind of a way. And she still looked at him with the side eye like, what are you doing? So that just goes to show you. So now I couldn't do that. Miss Sonia would have had me for breakfast, lunch, and dinner if I would have walked out. Now I have bought expensive stuff, but if I did that, and I'm sure that Plastic Fork would have side-eyed Paper Plate too. I'm sure. Paper, am I right or wrong, Paper? I'm sure.
I'd side eye at first, but then I would be like, "What can I do?" You know.
Well, she couldn't do nothing. This is like, even if I did it from, like, prime example, this TV. Okay, when I paid this, I bought this. My wife, we was at Best Buy. Miss Sonia was like, "Oh, now she made this comment, but I still got the TV." So this goes to what Plastic Fork was saying.
She's
She
laughing.
said, "Oh, so you didn't tell me you buying this $2,000 TV just for gaming?" I said, "Yes, Tom, because I got the newer consoles. I got the PS5 and I got the Series X, and I want to play them on good hardware." She said, and that was it. That was it. You know
She's
what I'm saying?
laughing.
So that kind of goes with what Plastic Fork was saying. She may side eye him like Miss Sonia did to me, and she may make a comment, but it's still ain't gonna erase the fact that we still get it. So that's the point I'm trying to make, is that, you know what I'm saying? But it can't be no continual thing after so long. Okay, now like if I make a one big purchase and then okay, I got one for Plastic Fork right here. Okay, Plastic Fork, say that paper spent $2,000 on this. I didn't mean to bring it to the live, Plastic Fork, but you know, why not? You know, makes for good content. Okay. That's my girl there too. Okay, say he spent $2,000 for a monitor, Plastic Fork. Okay, then bam. Okay, you side-eyed him, but he got the monitor. Then he turn around maybe a month or two later and go out and build another PC for $3,000. You're gonna be like, what is you doing?
She's laughing.
What can you do?
She said she's laughing. She said, "What can you do?"
You know, but in the back of your mind, though, Plastic Fork, you'd be like, man, what the fuck is going on, right?
Yeah, definitely.
That's the point. Okay, that's the point I was getting at. So now I'm glad she's honest. I mean, because at the end of the day, I mean, you know, Miss Sonia and them, they really can't do nothing, because as long as it's not affecting bills or. But now, if I'm taking $1,000 knowing that we got our car note or the water bill or something, now that's a fucking problem. That's a problem. We would never do that, but I'm just saying that if you do that, then of course they're gonna step in and be like, no, we're not doing that. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like even just on basic stuff, they might side eyes, but they won't. You know what I'm saying? But they'd be in the back of their mind, like Terry's wife. She made the comment, "Oh, so you took those two back for $1,000, and you got to put another 150 with this one just to come out with one." See, she was in the back of her mind, like, "What the fuck?" But she couldn't do nothing. But the thought was still there, and that would be the same way that Plastic Fork would do, and that'd be the same way that my wife would do.
Hey, Ken, I got a question.
Uh-huh.
So when you drive by a Best Buy, wherever it might be,
I have convulsions and go crazy, like, "Ooh, I want everything out of there." Yes.
do you wave at it? Like say, "Hi, Best Buy, you're my favorite store."
I do you one better, Plastic Fork. Not only do I wave at it, this is what Miss Sonia tells me when I go to Best Buy, okay? When I walk in, right? Because I got this cockiness about me because I spent so much money in there, right? This one guy told me, "Well, is this?" I said, "Well, obviously, sir, you don't know who I am." I told him just like this. So the manager say, "We have a guy back here named Ken." "Oh, that's Ken. Give him what he wants." I looked at him and said, So my wife, she said, "Ken, you tend to get a little cocky when you come here." You know what I'm saying? You tend to get a little cocky. So that's your question, Plastic Fork. Not only do I wave, I get cocky, and I'm always in people's business when they walk out. What they got? So like, why you over there looking at what this man got in his hand? Mind your business. How is you going to the store, but you're going to mind your business? Or you might stop somebody and be like, "Hey, sir, what is that?" Like, something like, "Ken, that is none of your business."
We had this conversation not too long ago on the live. He said, "Wouldn't you want to know if I would stop and ask somebody what they had?" I was like, "Hell yes, I would."
Thank you.
Hey,
So yeah,
what model is that? What's the specs on that damn thing? What you got in the bag?
I do the same thing too. Yeah, he gonna Miss Sonia paper. He gonna Miss Sonia. What do you care? He gonna Miss Sonia. What do you care? What do you care? What is it in your business? What is it?
I gotta know.
That's that man's box or monitor or whatever. What is it? What is it? Your business? What's the specs?
Because I might want it.
He said, "Kid, you
upgrade.
You a hype kid. You call me a hype." I'm like, "What is a hype?" She say, "Look, whatever. You just a hyper, just hype. You just can't even. You on your way into the store to buy something, but you got to ask this man to what he got. What do you care? What is it your business?" I'm like, "So Just get your ass into the stove. What you say? Just get your ass into the stove. But yeah, paper plate. I mean, plastic fork. To answer your question, yeah, I wave at it. I'm in people's business and everything. I get cocky. So yeah, I do all that stuff when I go to Best Buy. Yep, all that. Yeah, I got it.
This is why you all go in by yourself and I go to the Ross.
Right. Well, there's a front. Well, where mine's is, there's a furniture store. There's a Bob. I think it's called a Bob's or something. A Bob's furniture store. Something that's next door. If Miss Sonia don't sit in the car, she'll go over there to Bob's and just look at the furniture and all of that.
We have a Ross and Burlington.
So you guys come down. We'll go to you two can go to Best Buy and act all cocky together. And Sonia and I will go to Ross and Burlington, and I guarantee you.
But let's pass the fork, though. You and Miss Sonia not caught off the hook yet, because listen, when you go to Home Goods, which is a phenomenal store, plastic fork. Now, when you go to Home Goods and see all that stuff, don't you wave at it too? A plastic fork, you wave at it too, don't you?
No, not Home Goods.
Okay, what store you wave at?
In there, it's a really cool store.
What's your store?
I don't really have a store. Do I? What store do I have?
Five Below or?
I like Five Below, but I don't get all excited and.
Man, look, man, Miss Sonia go, and Miss Sonia, she loves. Miss Sonia loves.
I said the Tanger outlets. She said, depends on how much money I have.
Miss Sonia she loves Home Goods, but now I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, if I ain't got enough money, I just go on a different street where Best Buy is not at.
Right. But now another store that I do like, though, that's not a tech store, but I always visit the tech part, is Menards. I love Menards. Menards is good too. I love Menards. So I don't know if Menards is in Florida where you guys are, but we have a store here called a Menards, and I love Menards. And
then one in West Virginia.
Menards is a pretty cool store.
Yeah.
Property, they never built it.
Then watch this, plastic fork. When I went into Micro Center, right? I go down every aisle and I read. My wife was like, "Ken, what is you reading? Ken, what is you reading?" Y'all got one in Miami.
Well, yeah,
that's Miami though, right? Yeah. My wife was like, "Ken, what is you reading?" She's like, "I've never seen nobody that walk down every aisle and read stuff." I'm like, "So, I'm having an experience here, so I don't want to read all this stuff." So, okay, you stop here, and you go up a little longer.
I swear to God, you guys are twins.
He's like, "Ken, you don't do this much reading at home. Why is you reading all this stuff?" She said, "You reading?"
Did you hear what she said?
No, what she say?
She said, "I swear to God, you guys are twins."
I'm telling you. She said, "Ken,
we gotta read about it, then we gotta look it up on Google to see what the freaking reviews are."
I do the same thing. I have my phone in my hand like this.
We gotta feel it.
I'm looking. I'm reading stuff. She said, "Ken, you didn't put forth that much reading at home. You reading everything down the aisle. We just spent an hour down this 1 hour because you want to read everything that this thing does." Just shake her head. She's like, "I'll be out in the car." But to make up for that, though, paper plate, she loves. What's that Chick-fil-A, right? Chick-fil-A, right? Okay. This is how I work out with my wife. I say, "Son, okay, listen. Now look, I need somebody to go to Best Buy. I need somebody to go to Micro Center with me, okay? But listen, you go to Micro Center, I'll take you over there and get you some Krispy Kreme donuts because she loves those, and she loves Chick-fil-A. So it's usually a little payoff too with that, you know what I'm saying? She loves that. So she loves Chick-fil-A and stuff. So she'll usually go with me and stuff, you know. Yeah. So I got it down to a
bribe yours. Mine doesn't know how to bribe me yet. You need to teach him.
Before she stopped going to Walmart,
you want to go to Ross or Burlington.
Miss Sonia, but look though, she loves Sam's Club. She loves Sam's Club too. She loves Sam's Club.
Yeah.
She loves Sam's Club. Oh my gosh, she loves Sam's Club. Yep. But yeah, plastic fork. So answer your question. Yeah, I wave, I get cocky, I talk shit, all that. I be in people's business when I go to Best Buy. I'm all of that stuff.
You're gonna be that fucking 90-year-old greeter guy working at Best Buy.
And all the managers know me by name. They wanted me to work there too. They know me by name because I was turning in something, and the guy wouldn't let me do it. I say this one. I told him, I said, obviously, sir, you don't know who I am. I'm here all the time. I live here. And so I said, who's the manager on site? They said, call on your speaker. Call on your speaker and tell her that Kenneth Mullen is here. And he did that. And I heard the things. Oh yeah, that's Ken. Give him what he wants. I looked at him and said. Yeah. That's Son looked at me like it don't make no damn sense. So you done yet? but yeah, Plastic Fork. It's crazy when I go to Best Buy. It's crazy. It is crazy. Yeah, it's a site. I put on a show when I go there. So yeah.
Depends on how much money I've got in my pocket on the show
Same
that
here.
I put on.
Same here.
If you don't have money, you go in there and walk around for like 2 hours.
Well, yeah, you gotta look at all the new shit.
That's what I do too. I just go in there. Say,
You gotta look and see what people are carrying around in their baskets.
I want to just walk around and see what they got.
You gotta look at everybody's baskets that they're carrying around too.
Yep.
Oh shit! Where she go? Hey, we got it. What is that?
I was at Micro Center, bro. I was at Micro Center, and this guy, he was walking around, getting a PC, getting a PC built. Like I'm saying, the guy had the paper and stuff. He was helping the guy pick out the RAM, the power supply, the CPU, the GPU, and stuff.
You made a new friend, didn't you?
Yeah, this is what happened. My wife was with me too. She was like, Ken, I'm talking to you. I said, what is it? Because I got mad a little bit. I'm trying to hear what. Hey, Pepper Plate, I'm trying to hear what he said to him. I'm like, what is it? Somebody yelling at me. You trying to be, what the man because your ass nosy? I'm like, what is it? I'm trying to called you 3 times. He said, oh my God. He said, can I call your name 3 times? I say, what is it? She said, you should have been over there trying to hear what he got going. I said, yeah, I'm trying to see what the build he has. She said, that's none of your business. That is none of your concern. Why do you care? I'm like, you're messing up my experience. Go get in a car. You're messing up how I shop. This is how I shop. I say, so being in people's business and listening to other people's stuff is part of my shopping experience. Okay, that's how I shop.
Not me. I get my shit. I'm out.
We just laughed. We just laughed. It was just hilarious. But she was like, "Can you yell?" He said, "What is it?"
She was laughing. She said, "You do the same damn thing."
So, one last thing, Plastic Fork. We're gonna get ready to go, man. I'm having a ball. Plastic Fork. Okay, say for instance, Plastic Fork. Say that you to call Paper 3 or 4 times. Paper yell at you. What is it?
Do what?
Okay, say if Paper Plate here at Micro Center or at Best Buy, he being nosy, trying to see what other people are talking about. You'd have called him 3 or 4 times. He'd be like, "What is it? Like, what do you want?"
She said, "Yep."
He does the same thing.
What's up, Sibby? What's going on, Sibby? What's going on, my friend?
Like you were saying earlier, we read so much because we want to read the shit that we can't afford anymore.
Yes. Yeah.
We're reading it. Hopefully, Santa will bring it us for Christmas because we can't afford shit anymore.
Yeah. It's so we can help out our friends that have the money.
There you go.
Exactly. She said, "Ken, you want to read everything that's in the aisle? Like you want to read, like you got your finger going all across so that we can read everything. Put your glasses on." She said, "Damn." I said, "Baby, this is how I shop. This is how I shop. Yeah. So I'm sure Simi can attest to that stuff too, man. It'd be funny. So, Simi, do you wave at a Best Buy when you go past it and be wondering what people got going on and stuff too, or no?
Honestly, I listen to everybody no matter what store I'm in. I'm always aware of my surroundings.
Okay, nice.
And my wife, and sometimes I jump into the conversation when people are talking. I jump in. Which is the person I am. Like, oh yeah, I did that. I met a lot of people that way.
Yep. Oh no! You don't want to do it that way, sir.
Oh,
sir. Yeah, no.
Oh man.
Listen,
Right. Yeah, I have
They
too.
be looking at you like, who the hell is this guy? You work here?
They be like,
So I just know my shit.
I'm trying to get this graphics card. Oh yeah, that's a good card. I got that one. My wife looking at me like, kid, that's none of your business. I'm like, so I'm trying to help him out, son. I'm a content creator in or out of the studio. I gotta help my fellow people. She's like, yeah, right. You just want to be nosy in people's business. Yeah.
What's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh my God. Yeah. So Simi, what store that your wife, when she goes into, Simi, she pretty much
Burlington.
Really?
Burlington and Ross. She loves those stores. I don't know why.
She's over here shaking her head.
Look at paper plate.
I know. I was listening earlier.
And that's why I say, she says I don't bribe her, but she doesn't know that when I say let's go to Burlington, what I'm doing.
There you go.
Happy. It's like telling any young girl, let's go to Starbucks. I want something, so you buy them Starbucks so they can get you something.
look, paper. Let me talk to like past the fourth and third person. Okay, when you say Ross or something like that, right? Bertha, she gets real happy and she's dressed just like that, right? She gets dressed quick, doesn't she?
She just said I done fucked up now because I done said.
Go ahead, tell your secrets.
So now, after the show, paper, you got to take her to Ross.
Now she'll know what the intentions are now.
Oh, okay. But I'm sure, even though she knows what the intentions are, she's still blind, but she still want to go, though. I'm sure, right? She still want to go.
Absolutely.
She still want to go, paper, knowing that is something else, but she still ain't gonna have no objections to it. I'm sure. Ask her, paper. Ask her.
She's shaking her head now.
She'll want to go. She want to go. She'll want to go, right? She'll want to go, right? She'll want to go, right?
Not right now. I don't.
Not right now. Well, because
I know why. Yeah.
But yeah, she said, yeah, it's what you were saying. Yeah, it's.
But I don't like have a feeling of wanting to drive by and like say hi to the store, and I don't have that much of a commitment to these stores like you guys do.
Oh man, but look. I like how Sydney put it. Sydney say, "This is for my friends that can afford it. I'm reading for them."
It's true.
Use that one. I mean, thank you, Sydney. Sydney, you a smart man. I'm gonna use that with song. Next time we at Best Buy or Micro Center, why are you doing all this fucking reading for? I'm reading for my friends that can afford it, so I can let them know what I saw there.
Nowadays, computer parts are freaking expensive
Oh
now.
my God, yeah. We were talking about the RAM prices. You heard about the PlayStation 6 and the Xbox being delayed, right?
Are they? I didn't even know.
Yeah, like they're looking at maybe 2028, 2029 because of the RAM.
That sounds about right, because look how long it took for the PlayStation 4 to come out from PlayStation 3. It took a long time. Yeah, the PlayStation 5 came out a couple years later after PlayStation 4. But the gap between 3 and 4 was huge.
It was huge. Yeah, it was. What, like a 10 year, like a 9 or 10 year span?
Something like that. It was a big gap, because I remember I got the PlayStation 3 when it first came out, when I first met my wife, and then freaking the PlayStation 4 came out like 4 years ago, something like that.
Yep.
So it's almost like 9 years.
9 years, yo.
I've been with my wife for 13 years, so yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Whew. Yeah. So they just recently, I think I said this on the last stream, but they just recently just put back the RAM inside the bundle at Micro Center. They just added that back into the bundle, because for a long time they had to take it out because it was so expensive, and the bundle was cheaper than what they were just selling.
The individual parts, yeah, absolutely.
But because the RAM was so expensive, unfortunately, they had to take the RAM out, but they just put it back in there though. And 8 gig stick, Simi, for some DDR4 is almost $100.
I'm surprised it's that high, because everybody's concentrated, because you get more speed out of DDR5. That's the only.
Yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying. Your DDR4 is man, is It's crazy. Yeah, yeah.
And speaking of that, I was just watching one of my YouTubers that I watch, and he was building a PC. He's like, let's see what we can build now. He built a DDR4 system, and still cost him $1,500.
What?
And that's not high grade system either. It's a mid range.
What did he? What GPU did he use?
Use an AMD GPU, 9700X.
Oh, okay. Dang.
Yeah, it was AMD parts, and that's cheaper. And look at that, it's still that high.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous.
Because to go anywhere between 19 to maybe 25, that's a high end right there.
Yeah.
In most standards.
Yeah,
most standards.
And he built a mid range rig.
Dang.
Yeah, it's hurting everybody.
How much RAM did he have in there? How much? 64?
You only put 16 gigs of RAM. Because that's what they can afford.
Really?
Yeah, that's what they can afford. He was trying to see what we could build for $1,500, and he just made it. He got $1,538.
Wow.
Yeah. And he showed that he looked at everywhere. He looked at Micro Center. Micro Center don't even sell DDR4 motherboards anymore.
But they don't.
You couldn't even find it because I remember I told you on the last show, they don't even have it. I can't find anything. And then
you can buy RAM, but you can't buy the motherboard.
Yeah, they barely even have RAM.
Right.
And it's crazy because he even said like, damn, even Micro Center don't have DDR4 motherboards. That's crazy. You have to buy a used, and people that are selling them used are trying to pay like $400 or $500. He even showed it. He went online and looked at what third-party people are selling it for, like used ones. People want a DDR4 like 3-4 gens ago for like $400. I'm like, hell no. But DDR5 GPU, DDR5 motherboards are running for like 180 max.
Dang.
Cheap.
So see, I'm glad you came on, man. So remember, thanks for you and Paper coming on last stream too. So right now, my friend, I don't know if you heard me say this earlier. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how soon you've been on the show or got on the live, but my friend was just at Microsoft, the one that paid $1,100 for the monitor.
Yeah.
He said that he went and saw like a bunch of graphics cards, the 5070 Ti's, that they all stacked up and stuff. I said, well, I'm not saying this is the reason, but because people aren't building PCs like that. Because
that's the reason why. That is the reason.
So with that being said, Simi, do you mind like sharing that with the people, because there may be some people that's out there that may be looking to build a PC or want to build a PC. What would you recommend?
Try to find the best pre-build that you can find, because right now building a PC is not cost efficient. If money's not a issue, build a PC all you want. But if you're like one of us that are very mindset on deals and actual real prices, not over rack prices, scalper prices, then it's not the time for you to build a PC, because it's too much, way too much.
See, I heard what he said. You know, take about $2,000 or maybe $2,500, and you can
build a mid-range PC with that price. A mid-range, not a high-end like you used to.
But you can buy that a pre-built with a 5070 in it,
remember, the 5070s are not that expensive like it used to be. Like the 4070s and the 3070s, they were expensive when they came out.
Right.
But the 5070s are actually a reasonable price. Now, when you jump to the 5080s, it gets a little bit higher. But of course, that's the difference, because the VRAM. Remember, the 5070 is 12, and 5080 is 16. So that's the big difference because of that. But then when you jump into the 90 versions, that's arm and a leg right there.
Yes. So I heard what Simi said, and y'all know, we love Simi here, and he has a PC and stuff. He just, and a paper plate. These are bona fide PC guys. They've been in it longer than I have, and if they're telling you guys to look for a pre-built at this day and time now. But we're only talking to the people, like he said, that work regular jobs and that can't afford high price PC parts
Yeah.
right now. But if you have it, by all means,
Doesn't mean that we can't afford it. We're not stupid with our money. That's the difference.
okay.
That's the difference. We can afford it. We can afford. I can go spend the money. Yeah, but am I going to spend that much money on something that sounds ridiculous like that? Hell no.
Okay.
There's no reason for me to spend money like that.
Right.
Now, if money is not a problem for you and you don't care about spending money, hey, do you?
Yeah.
You do you.
That's why I never upgraded to that 5070 right now, because there's no need.
Yeah, it makes no sense. It's the same VRAM. It doesn't make no sense right now.
Right. See what I'm saying? So that's why you want to do your research, guys, because you get caught up in the hype thinking that, oh, I need this for that. They're like, oh, what not plastic fork, but what Paper Plate just said, you know what I'm saying, that you'd be like, dang, you know what I'm saying? I spent all this money for nothing and I'm getting the same performance, or it's not this and not that. So one thing that I want you guys to understand is that do your research on what, and know why you're upgrading, know what you're upgrading to and why.
Yeah, look, because I didn't upgrade to the 40 series. When the 40 series came out, I'm like, those are nice cards, but I'm not gonna upgrade. Yeah,
we talked about it, and I asked Sammy, because I got my 40 series. I said, Sammy, this is a good card. He said, Ken, I'm gonna wait because my 3070 is just 3080. I'm sorry, 3080 Ti is just fine. So then the next thing I know, bro jumped up to the 5080, but that was a good move for him because he skipped. Notice the VRAM, and then he skipped 2 generations. But he also said this. He said, because he played a lot of games at a high frame rate. So Simi said, look, that 3080, even though it's a beast, to him, it was showing his age a little bit, because it was showing his age. We talked about this before he upgraded. He said, Ken, you know, I love my 3080, but it's starting not to perform. See, and that's what I'm saying. When your computer gets to where it's not performing the way you want it, that's when you upgrade. He said, Ken, listen, man, my 3080, bro, this card is a beast, but it's not performing how I want it because it's starting to show its age. Mm-hmm. So next thing I know, bro went to that 5080. I'm like, that was a good upgrade for him. See what I'm saying? So you got to be smart when you're dealing with. So in other words, the point I'm trying to make with Sammy just didn't upgrade just to be upgrading. He actually knew, because the games that he played, he actually knew that, okay, my card isn't giving me what I want. Like I said before, because guarantee, and he'll say yes to this, if that 3080 was still good and not showing his age, he probably wouldn't even upgrade it then. He probably would have waited to the 6000 series, give or take.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't want to put words in his mouth, but I'm sure that's pretty what he would have done.
I started noticing the age, like you said, I started noticing the age of the card is showing itself already. I'm like, okay, I think it's time to upgrade. That's the only reason why I upgraded.
Right. See what I'm saying? Yeah. Hey, what's up, Kiko?
Kiko, what's up?
Oh, yeah. Hey, Sammy, what do you know about these? Because I've heard a lot of good things about these.
I never really did my research on them. I heard of them. That's a specific niche. I really haven't done my research on them, how they really perform, so I couldn't really talk much on it.
What about you, Paper?
I haven't done. I've heard of them. I haven't done a whole lot of research on them myself either. I don't know personally anybody that I talk to that has one. But I haven't heard, I mean, from what I've seen as far as in chat boards and communities and whatnot, I haven't heard anything knocking them yet or any hate, a whole lot of hate towards them. There's always going to be hate, but I haven't heard a whole lot of real drastic negative talk about them.
The only thing I've heard of them is Intel should stick to the CPUs and stay away from graphics cards. They just came out of left field. Like a lot of people didn't go them because people know the names AMD and NVIDIA. Yeah. That's it. Now they might be a good card, but I don't think there'll be much support for it. They're fairly new cards. Right. They haven't been around for that long.
That's correct. He's right. He's only been off for a short time, right?
Yeah,
right.
Compared to AMD and freaking NVIDIA, I've been messing with them since freaking a little bit after 2000.
It's funny because NVIDIA bought into ARC.
Yeah.
Just for a little side note, NVIDIA actually bought shares of ARC.
Oh, did they? Okay, yeah. Because
kind of interesting, but it
makes you wonder. Yeah, right.
Right. What's going on here?
Saying, Sammy, that's what you're saying. I mean, Paper. I see what you're saying, Paper. Yeah, it makes you wonder. See, I didn't even know that, but when you said that, I'm like, okay, well, what's their end game with this? You know, what's really going on with this? Because now look, I'm gonna put this out here. I am an NVIDIA fanboy. I love NVIDIA.
Mm-hmm.
I'm stuck in my ways with them, okay? But I also know that they're leaning more towards the AI now. Future. That's their future thing is AI. So they're giving these cards less VRAM with more AI features. Because if you have the 5070s cards, you're getting that frame generation and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All that's so they're offering that as a marketing thing. But you know what I'm saying? But you're getting lesser and lesser VRAM. But now AMD is leaning. I'm saying I just told somebody this the other day. AMD is more catered to gaming raw power as it is. And that's a fact. Now, see, here's the thing. Now, even though I'm an NVIDIA fanboy, but I got to speak facts. They're into more of the gaming. So that's what I'm saying. Maybe my next rig, I mean, I'm always having NVIDIA in, card. Don't get me wrong.
No, but my next rig, like you saying, my next
rig, I may do an AMD rig.
I am. I'm definitely doing my next. Once these prices go down,
I'm gonna do a rig that got AMD in it. See what I'm saying? So I'm gonna do an AMD rig. So that's the only thing. Well, I ain't gonna say the only thing.
Can't finally get that Threadripper.
Oh my God!
Oh my! That's expensive.
It's freaking.
That shit is expensive.
Yeah, that's expensive.
If I can afford that, I wouldn't need any of these other graphics cards.
Listen, me and Miss Sonia was actually I call Miss Sonia in here. So she's not really into tech and stuff, but this guy that I'm subscribed to, this dude did a build. Okay, he did a $10,000 Threadripper CPU, right? 10,000.
Look at that. Hold on. An AMD Threadripper CPU is running for the highest one. The Pro version is running for $12,000. The lower end version is running for $1,500.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? He spent $10,000 for a CPU for the Threadripper, right? $10,000. That's just for the CPU. Then he had a 5090 in that. A 5090 is $2,000. Then he had 64 or 128 or something of RAM and stuff. And I called my wife in here. He had Lian Li fans, and this motherfucking computer was a monster.
No, it's a beast.
I called my wife in here, and I showed her this PC. The first thing she said was, "Ken, what do he need with all of that? I mean, is that a flex? I mean, now if you go flex like that, he had a 10. The Threadripper CPU he had in their paper was $10,000. Listen, guys, you understand what I'm trying to say? $10,000 for one part.
The price of a used car.
I'm hip. And a 5090 Founders Edition. That's over a $3,000 card.
I thought about
real quick, Simi. A 5090 Founders Edition. How much is that? Or what? About $3,000, $2,500?
MSRP is about $2,600, but then scalper prices you're paying over $3,000 for it.
Okay, guys. He had $10,000 Threadripper. Okay, so let's just do a quick math problem. Okay, so that's $10,000 right there. And then he had the 5090 Founders Edition overclocked. Republic RAW, the Republic of Streamers.
That ROG, yeah. So that's over $3,000. That's about $3,500.
So,
plus the motherboard, another $1,500.
So that's almost $1,400 right there. That's more than that's two builds right there. $1,400. That's just for two parts now. So now let's go down to the CPU. Okay. No, not the CPU. I'm talking. No. The third, the power supply. You got the RAM. The RAM prices is up. I think he had 128 gigs of RAM or 64, whatever. But anyway, that was expensive. He had this the cooler. The case that he had was one of them triple chamber type cases where the fans is behind it and shit, and then he got the ones at the bottom. Then he had the AIO, the cooler that had that one thing in it where you can put different cartoons and all that stuff in it with the lights and stuff. I'm like, This computer was well over $30,000. I'm like, wow, that's crazy. Whew. Man, ain't no way. I wish I could.
Working for the RAM, like you said.
You know what Mayo said? If I get one of those in here, come on. Because that's never gonna happen. That's never gonna happen. That's never gonna happen. He said, that's never gonna happen. But wow, man, that was unbelievable, Sammy. I'm like, man, first of all, what kind of job he got, and what do he do?
The main reason, but the main reason for the Threadripper is to run a big server, like big company. That's what it's meant for. Those Threadrippers to process all those servers. Like let's go to a Best Buy company, run their servers. It's not you can't really use a freaking i9 CPU to run all your servers. You need, let's say, to a Google company, you go work at Google, then their servers. Then I'm pretty sure they have multiple Threadripper CPUs and multiple motherboards for that.
You believe that right there, Sammy? What Kiko just said?
Yeah, that's the only reason.
You agree as well, Paper? You agree as well?
That's the only reason why I haven't built a new AMD system, because I want to build an ITX build, a very small one, like a portable one, so I can take it anywhere I want, even if I travel across the country.
Yeah.
And I had the perfect build already set up that I want to build. The only thing that's stopping me is the fucking RAM. Not even the GPU. Because I'm thinking throwing in a 5070, that'll be good enough for me to do what I gotta do.
Be good enough, right?
But the RAM is what's killing me. The RAM is going to cost me more than the fucking.
This is what he just said, guys. You see, this is what amazes me. Now y'all see how just a couple of years ago the graphics card. You see how computer gaming does. Two little sticks is way more like, the graphics card. That ain't nothing now. The graphics cards come a dime a dozen now. The very thing that we had a hard time getting just a couple of years back is the most easiest thing now. 2 sticks of something about this size, maybe, or a little longer, costing you damn near $500 or $600. That's just kind of amazing. So it just goes to show you how these parts, they flip, they this and that. Because when I built mines, when I got mines built, rather, I should say, RAM was at an all-time high. The guy was like, "You want 64?" I said, "No, 32 is fine." Now I wish I would have got 64 because, I'm fine with 32. But I'm just saying. But now it makes me wish I would have got it because I do plan on getting me 2 more RAM sticks, but not now. Not now. I can't afford it.
Remember why was this the high price hike on the GPUs? Because people wanted a mine. They want a crypto mine. Now we have AI. The next thing that comes out is going to cost increase in motherboards probably. Who knows?
We never know. Good point you brought there, yo. Who knows? So I guess the moral of the story is that if you can, when you see that these prices are at a good price, build it then, or get all you can, like what Next Level Tech said. Get all these parts that you can when the prices are low, because they're subject to change at a drop of a hat. You know what I'm saying? They're subject to change with a twinkle of an eye. Because right now, buying a PC, not getting a PC built or you building one is freaking expensive. And who would have thunk it? You know what I'm saying? So particularly the $2,000, try tripling that, or maybe even add another $1,000 to that. So what would have cost maybe $2,000 then may cost $3,000 now. Because don't you think for once that because that RAM is high, it's going to cause other parts to be higher too? In most instances.
Remember also, the RAM is not the only thing that went up. The prices of hard drives went up too.
That's what I'm saying. See? Yep. Sure have. That's why when you buy a PC or get one built, you want to try to future-proof it as much as possible. So that way that when you time for you to upgrade, you ain't got to do all the parts, do everything. Because if you drop, say for example, if you got not a real good strong power supply, then when you do decide to want to drop maybe like a 5080 in that joker or whatever, it's going to cost you now that, okay, you just spent what, $1,500 for a 5080. Now you got to spend an extra $150 for a power supply. So make sure that you can buy all the parts that you can future-proof, even if you have to take a little bit lesser graphics card for that moment. Just because here's the thing. If you can take a lesser graphics card, because you can still game. So like if you have to kind of maybe take a little bit like that, but make sure that you have enough where you got a good CPU. See, I got an i9 and I got a 1200, I got a 1200 power supply. So if I want to drop a 5080 in there, I can with no problem. I got to do nothing else but pay that 1200 or however how much they are and just drop it in there and I'm done because I plan for the future. Semi paper thing, I want to add to that.
No, he's right. And plan for the future. When I used to be building a lot more, I used to future proof my stuff so I could add more stuff later down the road.
Yep.
Now you can't even do that now because everything's too damn expensive.
That's what I'm saying. Right, exactly. Right. So that's the important reason why you might want to try that. But like Simi just said, it's hard to try to future proof now because everything is so expensive. So that's why we're saying, listen, get you a pre-built.
Even the prices on the pre-builds are going up a little bit too.
Sorry about that. I was messaging one of our, the people in the house here. I was messaging them, asking a question.
Yeah. So are there any questions, guys? So we're gonna be getting ready to go. So if there's any questions, but one thing I did want to mention, because we do talk about streaming devices as well, but all this is all going to the same umbrella, PC and all that. It all goes up under game and all that goes up under the whole umbrella what we talk about here. But now, as far as the Fire Stick go, I don't think at this point, and I'm just going to say it. I mean, now people like my mother and other people like that, they probably want to keep theirs. But at this point, Fire Stick shouldn't even be a conversation anymore, as far as I'm concerned.
I don't understand. I don't know what a Fire Stick is.
Right. Paper Plate is the only one that I know that loves Fire Sticks now, you know? Paper Plate is the only one that... Listen, guys, me and Paper Plate, Mr. Shepard, we go through this conversation every day. He's trying to convince me to go back to the Fire Stick. I keep trying to tell him, no, Paper, I can't. No, I can't for the love of God. Paper, I can't for the love of God. I can't. He said, Ken, it doesn't matter what we're doing, Ken. We can just keep manipulating it, Ken. The more Amazon throw out, we can just keep manipulating it, Ken. Give the Fire Stick another chance, Ken. They're wonderful, Ken. They're wonderful. Ken, please, go to the Fire Stick again, Ken.
To wake up. He's in a bad dream.
So listen.
Did you hear what she just said, Plastic Fork?
Huh?
Plastic Fork, did you hear what she just said in the background?
Yeah.
She said, Kim better wake up. It sounds like he's in a bad dream.
No, guys, I was teasing, guys. Listen, I love to see the rise out of him because he looking at look like Ken. Now you know you fucking lying. He getting a Fire Stick, please. Listen, when MS7 was together, he was one of the first members that jumped ship. He said, listen, y'all, I'm out. He was one of the first people that jumped ship from the Fire Stick. He said, ain't no way that he's going back to that. Amazon, the Amazon Echoes and the shows and all that stuff. He went with and then shortly after that. No, actually, no.
I like it.
I think Semi and Paper Plate both. I don't know if it was at the same time or whatever.
They were real close at the same time when they released it.
Come to think, Semi went fucking with that shit off the rip. He called me. He said, Ken, this was exactly what he said, Ken. Y'all know how Semi is. He cussing to me. He said, man, I ain't fucking with that shit no
more. When they released the Fire Stick Lite is when I was done. That was. I think I said
look what man was saying. Listen, y'all heard what Dale said. Dale turned down the guy. He like, man, I'm not fucking with them things, man. Now,
He was a diehard fan for the Fire Stick.
Yeah, Paper Plate might program one for somebody.
Hell no.
Hell no, Paper Plate ain't programming no damn Fire Stick.
Okay, Paper Plate. If somebody came to you, Paper Plate, and want you to program them a Fire Stick, you wouldn't program the Paper Plate?
Nope.
Turn around.
I programmed their GPS to the local Walmart.
Go get an unbox.
Now look. Now y'all know it's something when my wife said this, Simi. Miss Sonia was like, Now, everybody know this. I keep repeating myself. She was a diehard Fire Stick fan. Miss Sonia was like, Ken, I don't know. Now, mind you, she said, Ken, I don't know who would be using, because she's been hearing me talk about it and stuff. She said, Ken, at this point, who's using a Fire Stick now? At this point,
No, I don't think that many people. Only the older folks.
Yeah. Now, my mother has one because she does her premium services and stuff like that. But
so does my parents. My parents still fuck with Fire Stick.
Yeah. But she's not really watching no apps on it, because what she has VOD and then the Plex and all that kind of stuff. So she's
my mom also has a premium service, so
same with my mom too. But Paper Plate been trying to get me to program these Fire Sticks and try to get back out of here in this market and sell them. I'm like, Paper Plate, I can't do it, Paper Plate, man. I can't do it. I can't do it, Paper Plate. I can't do it.
Boots.
I guess
Walk to Michigan to kick me. He's like, Ken, I'm gonna kick your ass. Walk all the way to Michigan to kick your ass.
Shit's getting deep, man. My damn feet are starting to smell from all this shit.
Yeah. I'm not dealing with the Fire Stick old or new. I feel you. Yeah, those. Look what Mayo put how he wrote it. He put capitalized. He capitalized it. Done
with Fire Sticks.
Yeah, y'all heard what Dale said. Dale said he turned the guy away, man. And then people don't like to turn down on money. That just goes to show you how bad the Fire Sticks are. If you're turning away money because you don't want to deal with that, that's bad. So that lets you know that these Fire Sticks are no longer.
You know when they started fucking up. They started messing up when they started requiring you to have a login to your Amazon account.
Yeah.
At that point, it was too much of a hassle.
Yeah.
It's like when that what's that stick, that one stick that Google made that everybody was crazy for. They did the same shit.
TiVo? Or no?
The TiVo shit. Yeah, that TiVo one. That's the one. Yeah, the TiVo one. When that shit came out, it was like the big crazy. Everybody wanted one. But then as soon as people realize that, you have to have an account to sign in.
Or that shit what you did was you had to go to another website and sign up on that website to program.
And then log in, yeah.
So Paper Plate, when was the day? Because I know something on the serial note. I know you jumped ship with the Fire Sticks. What was your like confirmation when you said, "Look, that's it, I'm done"?
When the Fire Stick Lite came out, was released.
Okay.
That was the dumbest shit they ever did, really.
Okay.
Yeah, because if you think back and remember, we were all live. I think it was the day that they were released, or maybe the day after they were released on MS7. I believe it was a bunch of us. And Butler had went and was I'm gonna put Mr. Butler under the bus, the wheels of the bus here. I'm throwing his ass out there because he was trying to get all of us to go buy like 50 of them things. Man, go buy them up. They're gonna be the best. I was like, nah, man. I got all my shit for sale. If you want them.
It's like, how you gonna make a light when your original device is still running like shit?
Right.
How much worse can it be? You're gonna go to light. That makes no sense.
To me, that was the marketing ploy of they were so fucking desperate to switch things up to bleed people's pockets because they knew at that point in time what their ultimate plan was going to be. Bring all this money in real quick so that we can change everything.
Okay, guys, let's talk about this for a second. Right, you're right, Paper. You know what? I'm so glad he said that because it's funny that Mayo said that because I was just talking to somebody about that. Now, this is not throwing no shade on Tech Doctor or none of these guys. I love these guys. But I guess it's for content. to make videos and stuff. But it should come a time where, and I think me and Simi and even Paper talked about this. It should come a point to where, listen, if these motherfuckers don't want you to use their shit anymore to do that, why is it so hard to move on? And Mayo said that same question. Why is it hard? Because still, Paper, still, Simi, the Fire Sticks is still being talked about, even with all the shit that they're doing. They're still trying to stay relevant. And I'm like, Mayo, why?
Another reason why they keep going back to it, because exactly what it is, Amazon. That's the reason why.
Listen, think about this. How dedicated was every single person, every one of us, everyone in the community? How dedicated were we to
the Shield,
Cyberflix?
Oh yeah.
Okay, because why was that? Because it was familiar.
You mean Terrarium? Terrarium.
Yeah, they're all the same shit. Just rebranded.
So it all boils down to being familiar with something. Windows, Linux, Apple. It doesn't matter. Whatever you're familiar with, you're comfortable with.
You tend to go back to what you
So when people get familiar, that's their safety. They know how to work it. They know how to manipulate it. They know how to use it. They know how to navigate it. The UI becomes like second nature to them. They can do a Fire Stick and get to whatever they need on their Fire Stick with their eyes closed and half drunk, right?
Mm-hmm.
People hate changes. That's what it is.
Switch that up. What happens? People get uncomfortable. People start hating. People start nitpicking. It's the same story with any type of new anything. It's human nature.
Is it more of Paper? Is it more or less like more of ease of use?
That's part of it. That's part of that familiarity.
That was my wife. That was my wife's thing. You know what I'm saying? That was my wife and my mother's thing. They saying when they switched over to streaming, they liked the Fire Stick because it was easy. Everything was there, and it was easier for them to navigate. The interface was easier.
The thing is, every Android device works the same exact freaking way.
I know.
That's why I can't agree. I can't agree with that. Saying that it's just easier. It's not that it's easier. It's just the name is the name that people feel more comfortable with. That's
that's true, Simi. But you do know, Simi, that on the Fire Stick, I mean, it was kind of easy because everything was just there on that one roto. You see what I'm trying to say? Like I'm saying, so we'll put it like this. That's what my mother and my wife said, that it was easier because when she went to the Shield, she's like, oh my God. Instead of Shield, before she understood it, it looked overwhelming. But the Fire Stick, it was more easier for her to navigate over. I mean, so you're right, Sammy, but my mother knew that's what they were saying to them, that it was easier for them to look and see what app was better for them, I guess. I don't know.
But remember that Android TV iOS first came out on the Shield than it did on the Amazon Stick.
Yep, true.
You had it first. So if people say they can't get used to the Amazon, the Shield, I don't know why they say that, because they're the same as it's Android TV. That's what it is. At the end of the day, it's Android TV.
Got a question for you.
And they both work the same way.
All right, here you go, y'all. So when you think back to when you were stuck on the Fire Stick, you didn't want nothing to do with that Shield. Remember when I tried to get you to go to the NVIDIA Shield? You didn't want nothing to do with it. Why was it that you didn't want to switch from the Fire Stick?
Familiarity.
Okay. Okay, familiarity.
No, and that's true. Like you're familiar with that
but people tend to go to what they remember, right?
I'm not a big change person. I don't like change.
Right, and I think that's part of the big issue is that's a lot of human nature is you don't like change.
When did she decide? I don't know if she can hear me or not, but ask her, when did she decide that she had enough with the Fire Stick? If she was wanting to
I'm a buffering.
Okay, buffering. Okay. Yeah.
And the Shield didn't do it, and then so she eventually got used to how the Shield worked, and now I think even if the Fire Stick I don't know. So if the Fire Stick operated just the same and just as well as the NVIDIA Shield, would you still be using the Fire Stick?
No. Because I'm used to the Shield now.
Now it's familiarity with
If
the Shield.
the Shield craps itself, then I'll go to the on box.
That's why my wife, she likes that Google TV stuff too. She don't want to go back to nothing. She said that because she's familiar with it now. She knows how to go on it, how to to navigate through it and things like that. She knows how to do that stuff now.
It's no different than an iPhone or Android. We all sit and argue. Us Android folks will argue all day long that an Android is so much better than iPhone, but the iPhone people will argue all day long that the iPhone is so much better than the Android. And it boils down to what you want out of the device and what you're willing to learn.
We just got new Motorola, and I hate them.
Is what you're doing on it as well, yeah.
Just like our phones now, we switched from the Samsung ecosystem and went with the Motorola, the 2025 Ultra, the flips.
Oh, y'all went to those? Okay, y'all went to those. Okay.
And leaving the Samsung ecosystem has been a fucking nightmare. Pardon my language.
Really?
But I didn't realize how dependent we become on something until we don't have that.
So let me get this straight. So the phones y'all got now, y'all don't like those. Y'all want to go back to these.
I'd like to go back to the Samsung ecosystem. Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Wow, that's interesting.
Yep.
And it's because it boils down to familiarity.
Okay.
And like I said, we didn't realize how dependent we were on it. So, you have a Samsung phone, Ken. So on your phone, what email service do you use? Do you use that email button that was built into your phone?
I don't.
You don't use that?
I'm talking about like the Yahoo or the G and stuff like that.
I'm talking about Samsung email that come installed on your phone. You just click the email thing and it takes you, and you can enter in your Gmail, you can enter in your Yahoo, you can enter in all the emails that you have, and it's in that one app.
Oh, okay. I never do that though, but it's there. It's there. Yeah.
Right.
There.
So that's one of the Samsung ecosystem things. If you got a Samsung, if you got a watch, if you got.
Because you wanted that UI 5, whatever, that UI update. Remember
the one UI 8? Yeah.
One UI 8. Yeah, man, it works great on this. Yeah.
And so, I am not knocking the new phone by any means. I love it, but it's more of. Now I'm figuring out, okay, well, this doesn't work anymore. So now I've got to figure out a way. Oh, okay, I found this app. Okay, so this app will do the same thing that this one did, but now I got to go, so it's a huge transition. So when someone gets used to the Fire Stick and then you put it in their face that, okay, well, you got to fucking transition. You ain't got a choice. You got to transition. They're going to rebuttal.
Yep.
No matter how bad it gets, they're not going to just accept your word that, Ken, nah, man, you need to get rid of that Samsung and move over to Motorola, bud.
Right. Exactly.
So that's kind of the point. A long way into the point that I was trying to make.
Until you forced to. Right. Yep. You're right. Yeah, my wife, she wanted to change when she heard that Shield was just sitting over here on this table. She was like, "Well, listen, I'm tired of Fire Stick," because I guess she had the very first generation 4K. So she didn't want no other device or nothing. So it kept running hot on her and stuff. It kept running hot and this and this and this. So we was driving one day and she heard, she saw that Shield, that Pringle can Shield on the table. She was like, "Well, Ken, like if you're not going to do anything with that, then I'll try that because I'm tired of the Shield, the Fire Stick running hot. And I'm just going to do that." So then he did that. I showed her a few things, and she's been skipped a beat since. Hey, Streaming Wizard.
Think about this. Can you imagine Well, what was that app that we all used to use before, like Downloader came along? You know, there was an app, it was like Android. I don't know.
Yeah, for Droid or something like that.
Whatever.
Oh my God, Fire. Yeah. Okay.
We all used it to go get our apps from, right?
Yep.
Okay, so
Fire Tools or something like that.
When that died, look at the panic. Okay, but what happened? Everybody learned the new way. Now think about if you woke up tomorrow and Fire Sticks cease to exist. You think there's going to be panic?
It's like Mrs. Yeah, like
I'm turning my damn phone off. Is what I'm doing.
my mother. You know what I'm saying? She's going to be the one. You know, like I just, you know, for her.
In a week, what's going to happen?
Yep.
So
yeah.
We're not at the point where we're absolutely forced yet. People aren't forced to move from the Fire Sticks, but
somebody told me this. Somebody said the Fire Stick is just like Coke, Pepsi. Everybody know what Pepsi is. Everybody know what Nike is. Everybody know what this is. So people just say, "Oh, get a Fire Stick," and they don't even know because they heard it from somebody, and they know that for streaming it's the Fire Stick. So you
put it right.
That's why Roku.
Yeah, the sticks are like Coca-Cola, Pepsi, but if you drink Sam's Cola, it's the same exact shit. That Nvidia Shield. There you go. Same shit, just a different brand. That's all it is.
Exactly. But you know, some people be saying, "Sammy, oh, I've been drinking Coke for years. I don't want to change. That's my drink there. That's my." But you know, sometimes people don't want to change unless they're forced to change, and that's so unfortunate.
And speaking of that, I love it when I go to the restaurants and I go, "Can I get a Coke?" Oh, we only have Pepsi. I'm like, it's the same shit. I don't care. I tell them, I'm like,
okay, now
I'm like, whatever. It's the same shit to me.
It's probably the same thing as Sierra Mist.
Sierra Mist and Sprite, I think they're pretty much the same. It's a lemon soda. That's what it is. Lemon soda.
You guys put it in the comments, guys. Put it in the comments. Is Sierra Mist the same as Sprite? Because I don't know.
I mean, okay, if you take Pepsi and Coke and taste them both, you could tell there's a difference in them. But are you going to notice it everyday life? No. If somebody gives you Pepsi one day and the next day you drink Coke, you're not going to notice the difference unless you really sit there and actually analyze both of them. That's how I feel with them. They do the same shit. Yeah, can you taste the difference between Sierra Mist and Sprite? Yeah, you could. If you sit there and drink both of them next to each other, you could tell the difference. I've done it. I've tried it.
Okay.
And you could tell the difference. But if you drink, like I said, if you drink Sierra Mist today and tomorrow you drink Sprite, you're not gonna know the damn difference.
Okay, so there's a difference between the two. Okay.
Yeah, if you drink it right after each other, and you could taste it just like Pepsi and Coke. You could tell the difference. Right, There's a difference in them. But are you gonna really notice it every day? No. Everyday life? No.
At the end of the day, it's a dark soda.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, pretty much. So we're making these analogies, guys, to show you that, listen, we deal with these streaming devices. They all pretty much do the same thing, same result. It's just maybe they have a different interface. And that's the whole thing that throws people off. They're like, oh, this is a different interface. It looks overwhelming. But once you dive in there and start navigating the apps, okay, it starts to get more familiar. Okay, I see this app here. I see that app. Oh, I had this on my Fire Stick. Oh, I had this on here. I had that on there. Then there you go. But some people, I guess the question remains, will the Fire Stick ever be out of our minds and hearts?
Here's an interesting fact about this too, Ken. Not to cut you off real quick, but think about this. And I just looked it up to verify before I said it. In 2025, Roku remains the #1 selling TV streaming platform and device in the United States.
Wow.
Get the fuck out of here. It's for the older people because I never liked Roku because Roku's been a locked device, just like an Apple device.
But you know, I think the reason why the Roku is like that is
Walmart.
you can get a 60-inch Roku for $150.
This is
No, but
why
he's talking about the Fire. He's talking about the device.
No. The Roku is built in it though. It's built in the TV as well.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's the smart TV is the Roku device. Yeah. Oh, I know that.
The reason I say that is because it's we talk so many, we hear so many comments and questions about, Amazon is going to kill their business when they stop allowing us to sideload.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
We are such a small number.
For real. The Fire Sticks is that small. They just like, oh, let's throw it out there. Let's just throw it out there just to have them have something.
Right. So you look at Roku that you can't do shit with, or if you can't,
number one.
I can't say that because you can, but it's
you're
not even going to go there.
Point well valid. That's a valid point you put there, right? Because how you take something that you really can't manipulate like you can with a Fire Stick, but then when it comes to Fire Stick, they want to suffer. No, they're not. We can make up.
They're not gonna suffer shit. You know how many products they have? How many people like their freaking, like I do? I like their Snow, their Echoes, and all that stuff. I like all that stuff. The smart stuff, I use that. I use a lot of it in my house. The sticks I don't use. Amazon's just the sticks, not streaming devices. They're a multi-billion-dollar company.
Good point you brought up there, because there's far more other stuff than exactly.
Look at how many sub businesses they have. They got the Kindle, they got groceries, they got all this stuff available for
right.
Man, Amazon's never.
Look, I
just saw it yesterday. Jeff Bezos almost is close to $1 trillion. He's almost a trillionaire. How sick is that? You think he's suffering? Hell no.
Yeah, call him and tell him you're mad about what he's done with the Fire Stick.
He'll do one of this. I don't care.
They can sell one Fire Stick a year and still not worry about changing it.
Watch this. Then to add to this too, what my bros just said. Listen, they are look here. They don't care if they're doing that, and they still a multi-trillion-dollar business, and they still want to make money. They still stopping you from streaming because they don't want you to. Now look,
here's a good example. How much is a Fire Stick right now? I don't even know. How much is a Fire Stick?
$50. $50. Let's just say $45.
Is that high?
Yeah, $50 for the newer with the
okay.
Yeah, $50. Yeah.
How many people use? I thought it was cheap. I thought it was like
they got a newer 4K stick that's like about $45-$50.
Whatever. Don't matter. Okay. Whatever. Regardless.
Another upgrade that didn't.
How many people in this world? I'm not even saying this country. How many people in this world use Amazon to buy stuff? Nearly everybody. Nearly almost everybody, right? Take all those people. How many of them have Prime membership? Most of them do. There's $15 a month for that shit right there alone. You think they worry about a Fire Stick not making more money? They could take that shit weapon with their ass and they'll be like, okay, I'm done. I'm good.
That just goes to show you with all, like he just said, with all the shit that Amazon got, one would say, well, why would they care about if we stream third-party apps? Because they don't want you doing nothing. They want everything. They want it all. Yeah. You would say, well, they're making money, then why do they care? That goes to show you it's all about this. They don't care how much money they're making. They don't want you fucking with their shit no more. It's all about that. They want everything.
They want you to buy their apps, their stuff on there. Yep. They want you to subscribe to Prime so you can get Prime Video.
Absolutely. They want everything to come through them. Right. Exactly. That's why they
The only reason they created Fire Stick is because of Prime Video. That's the only reason why they created a Fire Stick.
Yep. And then look, as soon as you turn on the Fire Stick, all that shit, all the Amazon stuff is flooded, all ads and stuff. You see everything that you see on the Fire Stick is all affiliated. Even those, even Netflix, they giving Amazon a few dollars to put their app on there. Every app that you see on there, Amazon has worked out a deal with them to get a few dollars to put their app on there. That's why they do what they do. The third party ones don't. So you see why they're doing that. the third-party apps ain't giving them shit. So that's why, like, look, we don't want y'all on here because y'all ain't giving us nothing. They want everything to come through them. And that's the point that we've been trying to say from Jump Street. They want a multi-trillion-dollar business that wants you to come through everything through them. That's power. They want the power. They want all the power.
Amazon's a call.
right. Say that again. Say that again.
Amazon's a call. Everybody wants to be
Man, I'm trying to tell you. The best thing hey, look here. I'm trying to tell you. He said it's a cult, guys, and we all drinking a Kool-Aid in one way or another. We are drinking it. We saying, and we're not contradicting ourselves because we still go support that. See, here's what's so funny. Amazon is smart. See, here's the thing. While we sitting up here talking about, we're messing with the Fire Stick, but we still got stuff on our Amazon cart. So Amazon ain't going to see. So you see how we go from not doing one thing that we think we we don't mess with the Fire Stick no more. They don't care because look, okay, Ken ain't got no more Fire Sticks in the house, but he wants something from Amazon, so he still got us. Who cares? See what I'm saying? So that's why we saying that they don't care about. But we're talking about the device standpoint. You know what I'm saying? So when we talk about the device, you know what I'm saying? It ain't even about Amazon like that. It's more about the device so we can move on to something else because we're never going to stop messing with Amazon. Amazon is like AI. It ain't going nowhere. I'm saying we're talking about just the device where you don't have to keep going through that with the device. Just move on from this device and do something else different to watch your movies and TV shows on. That's what we're talking about. Right? Am I right, Sammy? Am I right, Paper? Mm-hmm. So it's not Amazon as a whole. It's just listen, move to another device because unfortunately the Fire Stick isn't allowing you to put third-party apps on it no more. So we can have that movie freedom or that streaming freedom that we once had before. So since the Fire Sticks never given us that freedom no more, we have to move on to another device that allows us to have that freedom. And that's what we're trying to say to the people, not Amazon as a whole, just the viewing privileges and the freedom that we have as streamers. And that's what it's about. Not about Amazon, it's just about the devices.
And you know what? I also think a lot of people got hooked on it because when they first came out, they were so affordable compared to any other Android box.
Cheaper, easy to stream.
Yeah, it was so much cheaper.
Yeah, they were the staple.
Yeah, they were just cheaper. So when people heard about Fire Sticks, people that shit got rammed down people's throat. Like, oh, you want to buy? I can get you all hooked up with every movie, every TV show for $100. Go buy an Amazon stick for like $15-$20 instead of paying $80 or to $150 for a Android box itself. It's better for the resellers. Amazon Fire Sticks were meant for resellers when they first came out.
Yep, exactly.
No, you're not. You're not gonna cancel it. No. Nope.
You got. We're gonna be getting ready to go.
It's almost like a water bill.
Right.
You just need it.
Yeah, guys. I just wanted to do it like a little before the holiday stream. I want to thank my bros for coming on. But listen, one last thing. Okay, hold on, just say.
You've been saying that for the last hour and a half, Ken.
No, I have. I'm gonna close for real this time. Just like a preacher builder, like my dad was a preacher. He said, "I'm sorry, y'all. I'm on my third close." Okay, let me see. I just used my PC with Cody. And for
That's
sure.
how it started. Cody started on a PC.
Oh yeah, sure did. Yeah, of course. Yep. But
now, Cody started on Xbox.
That's true. I forgot about that. Yeah, it was a Microsoft software.
That's right, XBMC, baby.
Wow, yeah, I remember that.
You know what the Skulls is saying? Okay, people brainwashed easy, like those products. People go cut in their own and make their own mind on what to buy rather than listen to a YouTuber.
Yes and no.
Right.
Yes and no. There are people that don't know what to do, so they listen to YouTubers. That's why we're all here. My channel was created because of the Cody contact I was creating at first. That's how I got so big, and then when that part ended, I lost my channel. I rebuilt my channel using apps, and And of course, people can't follow me. Even when I stopped it, like people say, why you don't do these videos anymore? Because YouTube doesn't allow me.
Right.
I can't lose my channel again. So yeah, there's a lot of people like me, Ken, that don't need people on YouTube to tell us what to buy, what to we do our own research. But then you got the people that don't know what they're doing. Listen, I learned how to do all the coding stuff and everything with apps because of YouTube. People on YouTube. I learned from people on YouTube. I learned stuff from everybody remembers Solo Man back in the day. I learned a lot of stuff from him. I learned a lot of stuff from Joe Nobody. He was a big Cody person. See, I learned a lot of stuff from different people. These are old school names, so a lot of people might not know who they are, but
I came in the tail end when they were coming out. I was coming in, so I remember vaguely.
Yeah, but yeah, I learned from YouTuber, but now I don't need YouTube. I know what to look for and everything. So yeah, to that point, yeah, it's true and not true at the same time.
Yeah. I mean, so like, was he saying that people who watch YouTubers are brainwashed or no?
I think he said. I think what he's trying to say is just to form your own. Be knowledgeable, learn, and then form your own opinion. I think is what he's trying to say.
Oh, okay, I got you.
He's being too brainwashed by YouTube.
It goes back to what Simi said. That's because everybody. See, here's what we got to understand. We say that to people all the time. Don't take our word for it. Like Skulls is right. Don't take our word for it. Do your own research. But we already know that it's not just that easy. People rely on other people to hold their hands and stuff, because there's been a lot of times where I've told people, well, go here. They say, Ken, I'll pay you extra. Can you just come do it for me? Or can you just do a paint by numbers? I literally have to do a paint by numbers with people just for them to understand, because people aren't just going to just research. Like I said, Simi, myself, Paper, all of us, we researchers. We going to do that because that's the kind of people that we are. But there's other people that's not going to do that. They want to rely on people to give them guidance on everything as far as tech purchases and all that kind of stuff. And that's where we come in at. But so yeah, that is a yes and no. Yep. So yeah, I agree with that. Good point there, Simi.
Yeah, because the reason I wanted to learn everything is because I was one of those people that bought a box from a box seller. I bought a box. I didn't know anything. So I'm like, he's like, oh, I can get you everything on here. I'm like, okay, I'll buy it. Gave my $80 for it at the time. Took it home. Cody started acting up. I'm like, what the hell's going on? Instead of me paying another box or paying somebody to tell me what to do, I was like, you know what? I'm going to have to figure this shit myself because I don't want to pay more money. So I learned.
Right.
And little by little, I never bought another box from somebody again.
It was weird. It's weird because I came from that same thing, that when you start getting into it and learning it, you're like, they was getting over because they was just giving you one box with Cody on it, and that was it. I mean, they didn't give you nothing else, and it would mess up. And everybody didn't know what build to put on a box, because once you learn this stuff, every Cody build can't go on certain devices. But that's due to researching and studying, because you can't put, like I'm saying, because if you put a big build on a Fire Stick, they got X amount of space, it's gonna probably see. But people was just doing it to make a quick buck. But when you don't know no better, then those are kind of things that you're subject to. But once you do your own research and you learn, then that's how you be successful. But the reality is everybody's not going to do that. I mean, they're not going to do their own research and stuff. I had somebody text me the other night, wanting me to show them how to connect something. I'm just like, well, that's on the internet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna let Skulls come on for a second, say his piece, and then we're gonna get up out here, guys, for real. What's up, Skulls?
Well, it's pretty much saying is there's underdogs out there that's not being talked about. Here's where I'm gonna grasp the conversation. There's better stuff out there for a lower of the price. Mm-hmm. You have to buy a flagship. Does a flagship carry about all this stuff? There's stuff that carries better specs at a lesser price than the higher flagships. Like Red Magic's not being talked about as much, and everybody's so opinionative. Oh, it's not a flagship name, so I'm not gonna buy it. That's where I'm coming from on that. Paper pretty much nailed it, but I'm saying it that terminology. It just is what it is. What I consider a good flagship thing, it's like got 80-watt charging, 8,000 milliamps, and Samsung right now ain't doing that.
That's true, Skulls, but also we have to say this to add to what you just said. I listened to everything you said, so that's why I got quiet. You're absolutely correct, but also you also look at like this, you do get what you pay for as well.
Yeah, air cooling, faster charging, and at the same processor.
Yeah. So you're right, but like I'm saying, because like I say, not everything that we pay expensive for will outperform something lesser. That's true, but you do know that if we go out and buy a $1,300 monitor, it's going to perform way better than a $200 monitor.
I'm gonna stop you on that one.
That's a yes and a no, so Ken. Because
look, hold on, I didn't finish. Y'all don't jump on me. Y'all don't jump on me so quick. I went through my point yet. I went through. Y'all finna jump on me real quick. Y'all finna jump on me real quick. My goodness, Sammy and Scourge, y'all about to.
No, because I was gonna say.
Huh?
No, I wanted to say.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, okay, a Lamborghini versus a Honda Civic. They both do the same thing. Take you to A and B, right? A Lamborghini costs a lot more than a Honda Civic, but which one's gonna last longer? The Honda Civic.
Got a point.
Okay, go ahead, Skulls. What was your point, Skulls? What was your
It's
point?
like where I was saying with how he said that, but with like, would you think a device would last a little bit longer too? And I'm going to add this. You know about air cooling, right? Like air cooling and liquid cooling. Would you think something like with a phone, would that last a lot more longer than a phone with not liquid?
Okay, but listen, are we looking at longer or are we looking at performance? See what I'm saying? Y'all looking at it like this too, okay? Because look, now Sammy and Skulls, y'all know well that if you get a $1,300 monitor, it's going to show better, or a $1,300 or a $3,000 TV versus a $150 Roku TV. That $2,000 TV is going to show way better than a Roku TV. That's just the way it is because you're paying more for different features and stuff. Now, here's where it becomes subjective. If however it lasts longer, that's what it is. But far as what you're getting for the price of the money, that's what I'm talking about. That TV is going to show way better than that Roku TV. Now that Roku might last longer, but that $2,000 TV going to show way better than that Roku TV. I mean, that's just true.
Well,
That's just the truth. That's just the truth. That's just the truth. That's just the truth. Yeah.
It's the same chipsets, then I would love an explanation.
But it's not. But it's not going to be the same chipset.
It is when it's a.
No, it's not, because you're buying a whole different. Listen, there's no way. No, for real. Well, you can believe it if you don't believe it. It doesn't matter. But you can't erase what the truth is.
Well,
Hold on for a second. Let me finish my facts. Hold on. Let me finish something real quick. If you buying a $3,000, and I'll profess to be the smartest man in the room, but if you buying a $3,000 TV, you're not going to tell me that motherfucker got the same chipset as a $100, $150 TV at Walmart. Come on now.
Hey, don't be telling me what my TV's got, Ken. You don't know what my TV's got.
Can you tell me, without going to the site, what that Red Magic carries and what it doesn't? When I looked it up, it says Elite and Elite 5, and the other one has Elite 5. Can you tell me how that Samsung S25 can shut off compared to a liquid cooling Red Magic? When I've seen some testing, when someone's running something like Java Minecraft, which loads a lot graphics in the background, that S25 shut down just like that compared to something with liquid.
Okay.
Same build quality.
once again, Skulls, you know what I'm saying, you did all like that, and that's cool. You didn't kind of flew over my head. I'm listening, I'm trying to make sense of what you said. I mean, you sound like you said something, but I didn't understand what you were saying. You make it, to me personally, you make it a little bit more deeper than what I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to compare apples to oranges. I'm just trying to say that
there ain't no apples.
Liquid cooling and all that, what you said, that's whatever. That's
I'm talking about running like what these higher flagships are really meant for, pretty much, or for like gaming phones. Am I correct, Simi? Pretty much is what they put them on there for.
Yeah.
And what I was saying is Java Minecraft was,
of course. I mean that goes, that's what I'm saying. That's true. Like, okay, right now, okay, I have the S25 Ultra, right? I have the S25 Ultra. I can game on this. It's made for gaming and stuff. That's fine. But you also people buy TVs for size and not quality. That's true. That's true. That's true. That's what I'm saying. But y'all heard what Dale said, and me, and I have other friends that say that. Okay, that's fine if you want to buy a TV for that. Right. I'm saying for not quality. But once you have spent the money and you've seen how these TVs perform, it makes you don't want to go back to look at. It's basically like having putting on glasses. Okay, like me. Okay, I was damn near blind on glasses. I couldn't see colors and shit good. Once I went to my eye doctor and I got some glasses where it fixed my stigmatism on my eyes. My reds were redder, my blues were bluer, and my blacks were black. I stared at my wife for like 10 minutes. I'm like, baby, I knew you was as light skinned as you was, because I was looking through these eyes and I didn't see the true color of who she was, or the true colors and stuff. And I played games and stuff. So when I saw that these greens popped out at me or these reds popped out at me, I'm like, damn, I need to start wearing my glasses more, because it was a whole different experience. So what I'm trying to say is that it's okay that you want to buy those TVs, but once you get conditioned to looking at a $3,000 TV with the ultra glossy, and them blacks be blacks and them blues be blues and stuff like that, you don't want to go back to that, to them lower spec TVs. If you can help it, you can't. I mean, that's just the reality of it. But I'm also realistic. Everybody don't have the money to buy those high price TVs, so they're forced to buy what they used to buying. But I'm not going to shit on the flagship stuff, because I've dealt with flagship products and I've dealt with lower end products.
The thing is, some mid range, some lower end stuff, and I'm saying it's kind of gotten, well, it's the lower the price, but it's got more than a flagship, and I'm going to tell you where it's got more than flagship. An 80-watt thing, and same processor, liquid cooling, Mora, which is voice activated thing, go to the site, and more RAM in it, 24 versus like an 8 or 16. What Samsung's offering right now for a lesser of the price. It's got more RAM.
Now Skulls, I ain't gonna let you come up here and start bashing my Samsung. I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it.
I got Samsung product. You know I do. I got
okay, calm down, Mr. Fire Stick. You can relax.
I got a TV. No, but I could say Red Magic's doing some pretty amazing things. Not only that, it's like OnePlus, Nothing, all sorts of different stuff that's not hardly talked about. Should be talked about. I mean, Simi could chime in. Come on, Simi.
No, I was gonna say is, man, if it works for you, it works for you. Simple as that. At the end of the day, whatever works for you. With anything in life, if it works for you, it works for you.
That's basically what we say all the time, and that's true. But it's like there's room. So like some say this in closing, there's room for everything. That's why we do these shows. That's why
we Fire Sticks.
There you guys go. We do shows. That's why we promote products. Some people show lower end products. Some people show higher end products. Some people show mid-grade products. It's for people that can look and say, look, this works for me. So this is what happy. Listen, If you're gaming on a $3,000 TV and you're happy, you're happy. If you're gaming on a $150 TV, you're gaming, you're happy, you're happy. So, like Simi said, the end result is if you're happy with it, that's fine.
Yeah.
You know.
No, because when you like you and Dale said that the pictures of the quality from a 3,000 TV, yeah, it's phenomenal. I've seen them; they're very nice, beautiful, and everything. Mm-hmm. But I'm happy my $400.
Absolutely. But that's what I'm trying to say.
And it works just fine.
That's the whole point. Is that if you're happy with that, happy with it. But I'm just trying to say, you know what I'm saying, my whole argument was it wasn't about the happiness part. My thing was that you can't say that this is going to perform better than that because they're not even in the same price, the price range and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know, but if you really can't see at all, a 3,000 TV ain't gonna do you no better anyway versus a $300 or $400 TV. So it's all about what you're used to and what you can afford. Because some people may not ever witness a $3,000 TV because they're not gonna afford it. So they're going to continue to watch what they watch, and they're happy with that. But like I said, there's only several people that will buy those type of TVs. You know what I'm saying? And there's people that's not going to buy those. Even people that got money, some people are not going to even buy those TVs. They're too expensive.
Oh, I'm finicky when it comes to like stuff like that. I told you, like when I wanted a monitor, I'll get a decent monitor. No question to ask. But
I don't need to buy it. I just go hang out at Best Buy parking lot and ask people what they got in their basket.
Right, I'm looking over.
No. I've got an idea. I'll give you one better. Can I borrow your receipt? And then go in there and
just walk out with the. Hey, you bought the TV? Can I get your receipt? I'll get right back. Give me 10 minutes.
So Sammy, I know you got a few dollars, Sammy. I ain't telling your business. You got a few dollars. So Sammy, so could you see yourself buying a TV for $3,000?
No. You know how long it took me to buy this fucking monitor from my computer setup? And it's only because I got it on a good Black Friday deal. Because when this monitor came out, it was $3,500. And I even you can even go back to one of my videos. I even talked about, like, guys, this is an awesome monitor, but I'm not spending $3,500 on it. I paid $1,300 for this monitor a year and a half later.
I do too. I had an erection for 3 days.
Nice.
I thought I was muted. I'm sorry.
Oh, can all of us be so lucky?
I know,
I'm
right?
looking for a good 27-inch monitor.
Hold on for a second. That threw me. I had erection for 3 days.
When you got that new monitor, man, was showing that damn thing. I was drooling, man. I'll tell you what.
Wait a minute. Wait. You know we got it best. So Sammy showed off his monitor, and we all had erections for 3 days.
No. Hayper had an erection for 3 days.
My God.
Man, y'all is crazy, man. Y'all silly. I got to hold it by my shirt, man. Y'all silly, man. Y'all
air conditioning.
Yeah, I know. I ain't going nowhere, man. I ain't going nowhere. But yeah, we all good, man. That was crazy. Man. I had an erection for 3 days after seeing them.
Hey,
man, that's monstrosity, though, man. That's a big ass monitor, bro.
But it's not for everybody. I'll tell you that. It's not for everybody because
that's a big monstrosity, bro.
The main thing I use it for, I mean, of course, besides gaming, I work on it. So it really helps me multitask when I'm doing actual work, my 9 to 5. I'm able to work on it very, very well on it.
Yeah, because Simi, if you remember right, how many times in the back chat did you and I talk about the ultra wide curved monitors that Samsung was bringing out? Yeah, if you remember and go back, you and I messaged you several times in the background about those monitors. I was like, man, those things are bad. And then there he is live.
Hey, look. Man, look here, bro. Simi got so much. Look here. Simi got so much. Look, hold on.
No. Don't even come with that bullshit. Hold on.
I got to, man. I got to, dog. Look, see, everyone want to talk about coughing. Simi know I'm on some bullshit. Simi know I'm on some bullshit. I can't get the shit out. But listen, let me tell you something, man. Damn, listen, fuck it. Look. When he showed that fucking monitor, bro, I got so many calls from other people, man. Listen, that video, man, I'm surprised that video didn't go viral, dog. Because listen, see me show that motherfucker, man. I'm like, man, what he do with that big ass TV screen on his fucking desk, bro? My homeboys was calling. He said, man, your homeboy got a TV on his desk, man. What the fuck? I'm like, bro, that's a monitor, man. How many views did that video get, Tim? How many views did that video get?
I don't know, bro. Not much.
Bro, that mug
because remember, I'm not the first one to show that. This came out like 2 years ago, 2-3 years ago. This monitor came out.
You the first one that I seen with it.
Well, yeah, somebody personally had to have it. I'm the first person personally to have it. I've seen it. Like I talked about it a long time ago. At that point, it was at 3,500. Okay. It was at 3,500, and I even said I would love to get this monitor, but I'm not spending no $3,500 on a fucking monitor. So I told everybody that, and I wasn't. But when I saw it was at 1,300, I'm like, babe,
1,300 for a monitor.
Yeah, and she goes, okay. You can get it for your Christmas gift. Go get it. Because I'm not going to spend money like that without talking to my wife, of course. Even though it's my money, but yeah, because we got stuff that goes on.
So how long was it out, Sammy, before it went to 1,300?
This is the second gen. There's 2 gens. I think the third one's coming out or already came out. I'm not too sure. But this is the second gen. The one that originally came out was the first.
Out, Sammy. I think it just came. I think.
I knew they were talking about making it, but I didn't know they were. But this is the second gen. I found it out when the first gen came out.
So what does the third gen do that this one don't do?
I don't know.
Oh, no, I don't know.
It's probably the specs like higher refresh rate, bigger hertz. That's all it. More hertz. That's all it is.
So have you noticed since you got the 5080 that you notice a difference, like far as with that monitor, or are you running faster frame rates on it and?
It runs better on this monitor because the fact is when I was running the 3080 couldn't keep up with this big screen like this. And I think that's the reason why I think I started lagging when I started noticing the lag. I'm like, oh shit, because so much processing, the process is such a big screen and so much pixels. So when I got the 58, I don't get that VRAM better.
In a VRAM too, right? The VRAM, it had a VRAM either because the 3080.
I think my 3080 had 10. And my 3080 Ti had 12.
Okay. Got 16.
Yeah. That's part of the problem I have too. Is I've got 3 monitors on my 2080, 2 32-inch monitors and a 65-inch TV, and so it does struggle sometimes depending on what monitor and what's going on in the background. I will start noticing issues, and it's. The 2080 is a workout. I
was getting crashes.
Oh, were you?
I was getting crashes. Yeah,
I didn't know that. At
one point, that is the biggest reason why I switched. That I upgraded. It's because I started getting crashes every time I played certain games. When I started playing Call of Duty, as soon as I get in, like 10 minutes later, it crashed. The whole computer crashed. I couldn't stream at one point because it kept crashing. And I'm thinking, I'm trying to troubleshoot what could it be, and something told me it might be the graphics card. And then little do you know, it was the graphics card. It wasn't.
As soon as you changed up the graphics card, it stopped crashing. See, so that's what I was saying. When he upgraded, he noticed that that his graphics card wasn't performing right, but now you got the 5080 and all that's gone. So that's how you do it. But he lasted 2 generations before he upgraded. So that's the point I'm trying to make, is that guys, don't just be upgrading just to upgrade. Know why you're upgrading and really do your research, because now that was a hell of an upgrade for him, because he went from a 3080 to a 5080. This phone is the S25. I had the S22. So I skipped 3 years to go to this one.
I usually do every 2 years for phones as well.
Right, yeah. So that's what you're doing. But one thing that I did find out is that now we're getting ready to go into the S26. But you think I'm going to pay? No, it's all about the update that's getting. This phone gets 7 years of updates. So this phone is going to be just as good as the S26 because it's going to get all the updates that the phone get. The only thing that they may do with these is maybe give you like a better camera.
I never liked them. Never liked them, paper. Sorry. I bought one. I bought the Fold. I didn't buy the flip one. I bought the fold. I had it.
Said, I'm not buying
Never got
another
it back
phone
again.
until I got 2
I
terabytes.
love
Yep,
my fold. I had the fold 3 and I loved it. But you know, the phone I miss the most out of any phone I've ever had in my life is my Note 10.
You know what?
You know what? I missed that phone.
Still people talk about that.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
that was my reason to switch to Android.
I like
That
my
was my reason to switch
Note
to
10.
Android.
My buddy got the Note 10. My buddy got
because of the Note. That was
Yeah,
my reason. That was the only reason.
Yeah, that Note 10 was good. Yeah, that Note 10.
I like my
Oh
Note
my god, that thing was an awesome phone. I agree with that shit.
And the Note 20, they ruined it.
Yeah, agree.
Oh,
The Note 10 was the last best phone out, I think. And they got rid of the SIM card slots. They've got rid. They started.
They got rid of so much shit.
Yeah, and the Note 10 had everything.
Did the Note 10 have a pin in it?
Yep.
Yes.
It pushed it on the side. It came out. Boop.
Mine was the
Did
Note.
we ever use it that much? Not really, but hey, it was good to have.
right.
I never
I like
used
my
it.
Note 9.
Huh?
I had a Note 9 when it came out. That's what I liked.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do got one.
Did that one have a pin too, Skulls?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah,
That's when Dex pretty much started, was in that model.
Yeah.
So did all the notes have a pin?
Not all of them.
No. They
Not
started with
the 20 didn't have it, right?
It was either the 8 or the 9 when they first started putting the notes in it, or
I
when
think
they
the 8.
first
I think
started
it was
putting
the
the pin.
The 8 was the first ones, I think.
And it was only the ultras.
Skull said his 9 had a pin, so that's probably when he started with the 9. Then, right?
It was only the ultras, I think, on the Note 8.
Yeah, it was the ultras. Yeah, you had to get the ultra. Yeah.
Yeah.
Phone never.
Next level said he ain't buying another phone until he get 2 terabytes of hard drive space.
I don't blame him.
But
I don't blame him.
I didn't either, yeah.
Because these videos are getting too much high quality now that you need
pineapple Apple Pen. Yep.
My Note 10, I traded in for the S22 Ultra, and it was the biggest mistake. My Note 10 is what I traded in for the S22 Ultra.
Yeah, I didn't like the 22s either.
My experience.
But the Note 10 stopped getting updates though, didn't it? Paper.
I would say so. I'd say
by now, yeah, I know.
Yeah, by now.
Yeah, by now. Yeah, my buddy had a Note 10. Yeah.
Who needs updates?
I agree with him on that. I think that's pretty much being pushed on people a little.
I mean, who needs updates? Who needs updates?
Talk about updates, Skull.
No, and guess what? That's the reason why I switched back to Apple, because when I had the Fold, update break the phone.
Okay, listen, guys, I'm gonna do another live again. I want all of us to come back. I want all of us to
shut down for 2 hours.
No, not today. No, he just gave me another option, another topic. Listen, okay, so Simi, and I want Simi the Spirit had this, okay, because I've heard this discussion when my man said this. It jogged my memory. Do we need updates? Because listen, or is updates gimmicky? Are they gimmicky, or do we need them? Because they said, listen, this phone is good for up to 7 years of updates. But now my tablet I got is saying that, listen, the only features you're missing is the updates. And that wouldn't be good because you always want the good updates. So the question is that do we need updates, or is updates gimmicky?
Depending on the features you're gonna get out of it. All depends on that.
And depending on the device.
Yeah.
Okay. Prime example. Telephones, good or bad?
Bad,
yeah. Because look at the iPhone. The minute the new iPhone comes out and they upgrade the iOS, the old one started acting funky, forcing you to go buy a new one. That's Apple's gimmick right there. The updates will ruin your thing. Also, when the iPhone first came out with the AI stuff, it wasn't they promoted the phone like, oh, it has all this AI feature. When the future iOS update comes out,
right, okay.
Yeah.
How are you gonna sell a phone with all these AI features not even available yet until the next update?
He's talking about
that's how they did with the S23, didn't they? Paper did the same shit to you, didn't they? Remember we talked about that? Remember, because when I got my phone, it already came out with that UI update. Remember,
I remember that.
Waiting on it, remember? Y'all was waiting on it. Remember?
Yeah, I was waiting on the 22 for it to come out.
Right.
I remember that.
To all the other ultras. The only difference between mine was when the 25 came out, it already came out with it, but everybody else was waiting on it, though, right?
Yeah.
Everybody was waiting on it. So that's another reason why we shouldn't always upgrade every year, because as long as you see the updates and all that stuff, unless it's a gimmick, it makes your phone more
I think
functional, more functional, I guess. Simpler, more functional, I guess.
It drains your battery faster and everything. Can't keep up with the new tech.
But I'm gonna do it live on that, guys. I'm saying because Simi brought a hell of a topic out, because I want to know, because we get updates all the time on our graphics cards and on the NVIDIA Shield has been noticed to break devices and stuff, because somebody said that their remote stopped working, or that remote again, that on NVIDIA should remote again. It caused their remote not to work anymore.
I mean, fuck NVIDIA's remotes, man. I'm so
I don't even know the last time.
Remotes.
I don't remember the last time I did an update on the Shield. I think it needs an update. I haven't turned on my boxes.
Yeah.
I don't even know the last time I turned on the box.
If you turn it on, Simi, you will be greeted by an update, because it did do a recent update.
Of course, I know. I think my Shield's in the drawer somewhere.
Our remotes for our Shields, man, that's like a nightmare in this house, because you'll be in, on one of your Shields using the remote, and then all of a sudden it just stopped working, and you'll hear a TV start playing something. Like, what the fuck? It just decided to connect to the other Shield.
Fork still uses that, don't she, Paper?
What's that?
Plastic Fork still uses her Shield remote, though, right? What's that?
I unplugged my other two Shields because of that issue. I said, fuck it, I'm tired of fucking going and trying to reconnect her remote to her Shield when it decides whenever it wants to connect to one of the other Shields in the house.
Damn.
I just disconnected both my other Shields.
Ken, you were supposed to get off like 2 hours ago, right?
I did. All right, guys.
Hey, we're gonna end this real quick, guys. But until the next question.
Okay, everybody, y'all fuckers. I love my guys, man. These are my fellas, man. I love them, man. Listen, guys, we get ready to go for real. Paper, can you say goodbye to the people, please?
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Ken, for having me up. Everybody, New Year's Eve, man. Be safe if you're going out. Pay attention, stay alert. And if you do go out, make sure you have a designated driver if you're doing any kind of the fun stuff and partying on or whatever. Much love, and we'll catch you next year, man.
Appreciate it, guys. Skulls.
Hey, share us out. Help our algorithm grow. Have a nice day. I'll stay in the
Last but not least, my boy Simi Tutek.
All right, guys. Just like Paper said, don't drink and drive. Don't get high and fly. Just stay home and drink, because that's the safer ways you're gonna be. That's what I'm doing. I'm staying home, not going anywhere. And just like stay safe. If you do go out, please stay safe. Protect your loved ones, because there's crazy people on the streets tonight. And don't try not to be part of it. Stay home. Turn on your Fire Stick and watch a movie.
There you go.
Simple as that.
There you go.
Simple as that, guys.
Just tell me to get my Fire Stick out of trash.
Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year's, guys.
Okay, guys. I want to thank all my colleagues and my bros coming in. Like I said, guys, drink responsibly. Be aware of your surroundings. And if you do get too drunk, please have a designated driver. Be safe. I'm staying home as well. It's cheaper, safer, and I can watch anything I want on the TV. So, with that being said, guys, all my friends and my colleagues here, I love you guys, and I'll see you guys next year. Happy New Year's, guys. Peace.